Reject society. Return to honk. Why is there no sound coming through, period? I'm clicked on... Oh. Second. I know what's wrong. There we go. There we go. I have it muted even with my headphones up. Because sometimes I'll have it up doing stuff in the background during group watches and what have you. Give me my goodies! We're back to this. Sorry for all the humps in the road on this. I was so determined to be like, yo, I'm gonna steamroll through Post-Honkai Odyssey and then be able to play the story mode immediately as it comes out. And then it's like, hey, Nova, fuck you. You're sick. Like, oh, okay. Preparing not but the finest Greninja counters. Nice. Yeah, I saw your suggestion to stream Infusion, but yeah, I'm kind of with Garrick in that one. I'm not sure how much it would really be able to take up an entire stream. It could, to just grind it, but I'm not sure how interesting it'd be to watch. Maybe we'll do it a little bit, because I'm probably only going to do one act of the story mode, but the entire chapter is out now, but yeah, we'll probably only do this, this little middle chunk here, based on the amount of time that these tend to take. And if it does end at a semi-decent hour, maybe I'll hop on and do that for a little bit. But, Dedenne. Is Dedenne a good counter? It's a poison Terra type, right? So I'm not sure how... That's the other thing, is I'm not sure how... Because I have barely touched Pokemon. As much as I enjoyed it, I have not really done anything. Like, other than a couple of raid battles, like, right afterwards. I kind of got... I guess I got slightly burnt out on it. And I don't have anything prepared, I don't think, that could take a poison Greninja. My go-to in raid battles has been playing support with my Grimmsnarl. Oh, because of the tiers. Okay. Alright, fair enough, yeah. Yeah, so same thing, just playing debuff, yeah. Sup, secret. Alrighty. Last time, we Genshin Nevered, saved Dante Devil May Cry from the Shadow Realm. And despite the best efforts of a bad character named Schrodinger, we had a very heartfelt family reunion. Both Siegfried and Kiana finally learning that Dudu was the OG Kiana. Very touching family reunion. Ended with a cliffhanger of ended with a cliffhanger of May apparently being missing. So I'm sure we'll see what's up with that today. Beto's is annoying. Oh, the Lantern Raid. Yeah, I finished them all pretty quickly, like maybe an hour to clear them all. But yeah, Beto's was kind of awful. It was. What if Mario Party but with boats? Like, okay, sure. Hey yo, ninja. It starts by setting up double team and toxic spikes, so you're gonna need a defogger. Oh yeah, fuck that. I didn't got that shit ready. But alright, let's see. At least one mech type battlesuit. Do I actually have that option? I also have to use a team of one or fewer members, so let me guess. You're gonna give me a tutorial, a trial character who's a mech type. Motherfucker! This one does... Okay, this one... Okay. If you're gonna do the trial characters, at least do this. I don't really like the game forcing me to use trial characters, but if you are going to, at least make it so that the trial character is definitely gonna be better than my character. Half the time lately when they give me trial characters, mine are better. They either, like, don't have their... Oh, never mind. She has her proper stigma, unlike mine, but she hasn't pre-armed her weapons, so... Could go either way on that one. What the frick ever. Oh, also, I never updated totals yesterday. Did we even make anything yesterday? I know Ninja dropped $2 for me to watch that video, but even after PayPal fees, even that's probably only like... Yeah, in terms of bits, other than that, we got nothing. God damn it. Oh. Fuck you, narrator. Are my girls actually gonna come back into the plot now? Excuse me?
確かにここは夢の中だよ。あなたが今まで感じてきたいろんな感覚はすべて真実の世界の歴史が精魂空間に投影されたものなの。
わからない。やっぱり夢を見てるんだね。
じゃあ簡単に言うよ。リリアちゃん。
I like that she knew better than to even try to talk to Rosalia about what's happening. You just don't want Jeff to get his paws on the cash, fair enough. But yeah, how much does PayPal take out of a donation like that? I didn't look.
Oh, めまいがなんで部屋が揺れてるの？揺れてるのは私自身か。リリア、大変よ。まずいことになるわ。ロザリア、手を離して。
144. I can't math right now. I'm not sure what percentage that is, but there you go.
We don't have parents. ちょっと待って、まさかホーク。もちろん違うわ。単なる崩壊獣なんてウォッカガールズの敵じゃないでしょ。あれ？でも崩壊獣はもちろん映画の中のモンスターなんかじゃないわ。
Oh, never mind. Okay. Never mind. She got the memo too, apparently.
区別がつかないバカよ。やっとリリアのことをバカにできる機会が来たわ。ってちょっと待って、これじゃ私もバカじゃない。ロザリア、一体何を言ってるの？どうやらリリアはまだ何も分かってないよね。じゃ、賢いお姉ちゃんが答えてあげるわ。
Yes, you are a paragon of infinite wisdom, Rosalia.
ずっと夢を見てるのよ。私たちは夢の中に閉じ込められたの。
No, it's not quite that simple. You ever played Persona 5? Why did she say it like that? I don't know. What's bonkin' honkin' JC? Speaking of Persona 5.
そういうことよ。しかもこの夢はずっと同じ日を繰り返してるの。
What was the context of Ryuji saying what's bonkin'? Was it anything significant? Or was it just like one random line of dialogue? It was probably just like one random line of dialogue somewhere.
つまり夢じゃなきゃ。
Just thinking about that recently.
私たちが拾った貝殻はとっくにソルトレイク基地の
Like,
領
what
にいっぱいに
was
できたはず
bonkin'?
よ。リリア、まだ信じてないの？考えてみて。夢じゃなきゃなんでブローニャやゼーレのことを忘れた
I
の？
just really needed to know what was bonkin', I
赤
guess.
い髪と青い髪の博士やみんなのことも。それとも
He made his new gym partner say it. Oh, did he do that? Oh, that's great.
もしそうだとしたら
Oh, we gotta replay that shit.
ダメよ。たとえそうだとしてもあなたをここから連れ出してあげる。夢の中には食べきれないほどケーキがあるし、ずーっとゲームしててもいいけど、夢は所詮偽物でしょ。夢の中でいくら貝殻を拾っても現実には持っていけないじゃない。
Who's gonna be the one to tell him that this is reality now?
ロザリア、うるさいよ。
I mean, same.
やっと息ができた。ちゃんと私の言うことを聞いて、バカロザリア。夢の中なんてもちろん嫌だよ。でもちょっと怪しいと思わない？怪しい？そう、ここの全てがおかしいの。でも一番おかしいのは
That's what I was
ロ
saying.
ザリアがそんな合理的な判断をしたってところ。何よ、当然じゃない。私は頭がいいんだから。
Of course you are, honey.
まあ実は変な緑
Oh,
色
okay.
の
Never
お姉ちゃんに
mind.
起こされてそれを伝えられたんだけど。
Okay, she gave them both a call.
私たちの夢はなんだっけ。とにかく私たちは同じ夢を見てるから、会いたいとずっと念じてればリリアの夢に行けるって。そうやってこの強くて賢いお姉ちゃんが助けに来たってわけ。どう？感動したでしょリリア。バカロザリアと同じ夢を見てたなんて本当に屈辱。でも姉妹だから仕方ないよね。
Oh, stop being tsundere. You two love each other.
何をブツブツ言ってるの？感動でわけがわからなくなってるのかもしれないけど、今はやらなきゃいけないもっと大事なことがあるでしょ。
Gonna take that? Which part?
ブローニャたちを探しに行くのよ。それってここから脱出する方法が分かったの？もちろんよ。
Oh, green lady. She's talking about me and not I. I'm the one who snapped her out of it.
ほう。
I mean, why would I get mad? She's not wrong. I am a lady, I am green, and I am a little strange sometimes.
なんで聞かなかったの？
You know what's not strange?
方がおかしいよ。
Eating this delicious leftover chicken quesadilla from Taco Bell. Ain't nothing strange about that.
こうして夢を見る者の夢の中で夢を見られる者は目を覚ました。有限の夢は無限の魂に吸い取られ、徐々に干からび、何の願いも潤せなくなる。そして夢見る者は乾いた夢の抜け殻をまたぎ、宇宙の気配と形をかすかに感じた。私の物語もこれでおしまいにできれば一番いいんだけどね。
Give the kids candy.
ロザリアちゃんが先に夢の真実に気づくなんて。夢の中のリリアちゃんに違和感を覚えたのかな。大雑把だけど細かいところに気がつくお姉ちゃんだね。それとも単純であればあるほどしっかりした意志を持ってるものなのかな。
Motorcycles on card games! Wait, that's not right.
残念だけどこの特殊な
Thank you
時
very
空
much for
を予
putting up
測
with
不
me.
能になってしまうのを防ぐために
31 months.
私にできることは
My
ここ
God.
まで。これからはあなたたちの努力次第だよ。
That shit cry.
夢の束縛を断ち切るにしても、定められた未来から脱出するにしても私にサプライズを見せて。歴史と未来の執筆
Me at the
者たち。
Honkai writers when I realized the story is effectively ending in one more chapter. Please, amaze me.
そして私は将来美しい世界をスムーズに降臨させるために私も頑張らないとね。
Oh man, this is a video game. Put the wrong power item onto Dene when EV training. Oops.
あんまり寝てちゃダメだよ。
The muzzle on the narrator got a bit loose this time. I can see that. From what I caught of that, I believe the gist is just Chance kind of trying to babysit people who are stuck in the stigma space.
今度は
Trying to snap them out of it a little bit, make sure they don't hurt themselves.
あ、なるほど。
Do not run with scissors inside the Lotus Eater machine.
乱雑な夢だったね。彼はとても不幸な人みたい。あなたの美しい願いを打ち破ってしまってごめんね。
I'm trying to think. Unfortunate 3. Like, are there any other like major characters we even know who are? I'm trying to think. What girls are not on the A team right now? I don't think any that are still alive. Hey, O'Neill. What's the percentage of us hearing white girls rapping again today? In the game, 0. From me, more than 0.
でも心配しないで。あなたが幸せになる姿が見えたから。夢とは全然違うけど、こっちの方があなたが思いついた
You don't
何
trust
かよりも
Rosalia not to? Rosalia
現実
is
だ
an
と思うわ。
artist. She does want to be an idodu. She actually could. Okay. We're gonna put the game at a firm 1%.
頑張って夢から脱出して本当の幸せをつかみ取ることを願ってる。
Yeah, the only character I can think of who's not part of the strike team, whatever you want to call it, and is still alive, that like probably should be around, is Rita. And I'm going to assume that she's just busy with other shit. I don't think she would be trapped in the brain train.
限りない未来、尽きない可能性は、そういった矛盾する自我があってこそ意味が存在する。本当に不思議だね。そんな命を不変の夢に閉じ込めるなんてひどすぎるよ。
You met a Vietnam vet in the locker room? Nice.
本
Interesting.
質では無限を追求してるとはいえ、無限の可能性が潜んでる独立した個体を失ったら、この星
That's
は
right, I forgot. We did
ど
talk
れ
to
だけ
her.
寂しくなるんだろうね。
Yeah, she didn't come to the moon with us or anything, but that's right. We did talk to her
よし、
last
時間がない。
last act, I
このまま
remember.
頑張ろう。
I remember.
あれ、どういうこと？精魂空間の保護システムを起動させてしまったのかな。彼女たちに影響がないならいいんだけど。気をつけよう。
You're done! And Terry was silent, but that's because she fucking connected directly into Kevin's brain somehow and had to be dealt with. That was a whole weird thing. Speaking of Vietnam, dangerous gas weapons. Oh god. Oh, every time. We're done. Oh my god. Anymore?
おかしいね。こっちも阻まれてるなんて。まさか夢に干渉してるってことがヨルムンガントにバレたの？そんなはずないよね。疑似時間結晶の中で私はそんな未来を読んでなかった。何はともあれ、これは傍観者である私が世界と彼女たちのためにできる最大限のことだから。うん、次の夢を探ってみよう。
Or we could just, you know, not. Yeah, like, especially because, like, I was trying to think, it's like, are any of these gonna be, like, people we know? Besides the vodka girls? And, like, I don't think so. I don't think there's anyone else we care about who would be stuck in this right now.
人間が作り出した特殊な生命体も夢を見るの？うん、狭い定義での夢見というより、これはむしろ知識の電波と言った方がいいのかもしれない。子供時代と別れを告げるって、そういう意味もあったんだね。成婚計画が月の空間に作った障壁のせいで、この物語を見落とすところだったよ。それと人間の意志と選択は時にこんなにおかしくて悲しいってことを忘れるところだった。でもだからこそより感動的なものになるんだよね。それがあなたたちの決意なら助けてあげる。たとえこの長くて無限の過去と未来のためにあなたたちの瞬間を記録することしかできなくても、あなたたちの努力が、あなたたちの創造主が望んだようにこの世界に変化をもたらすことを祈ってる。もちろんいい方向にね。よし、続けて進もう。ちょっと待って、これは
The sphere. Seeing Aicha move like this makes me wish for a character with a skateboard equivalent, just the full-on Tony Hawk. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. The closest we have is when Senti kind of surfs with her claymore to dash, but it's not quite the same thing. You look stupid. I like the regular gray serpents better. Black and gold with pink trim? I don't think so, sister. Stick with the classic pound. No, this is the lead gray serpent, maybe. I don't actually know. When we saw him before, my assumption is that he's gonna be like he's the one we heard on the radio at the end of the mid-quill chapter. In which case, this one is henceforth known as DJ G-Ray. But I don't know. Like, he's clearly more important than the other ones. Look at his stupid little two pink glowy fingers. Shut the fuck up. You already have no rights.
律者を一時的に拘束していた世界の泡は不思議なことに活性化し、こういう世界につながった。それとほぼ同時に天命とネゲントロピーはそれぞれ
Gray serpent isn't colored gray. Right?
そして彼らは当初最初の維持に成功する。それ以外
He also spells gray with an A instead of an E, so you know he's full of shit.
あなたの調査は完璧だね。何？ 普段は探偵小説を読むの
I
が
am
好きなの
joking. They're both correct. I know they're both correct. Don't yell at me. How do y'all spell gray? And like, does anybody know like what the divide is? Like, is it a regional thing? Like, depending on what country you're in? Gay. I've always spelled it with an E, personally. I don't know why. I will fully admit that the reason I'm just gonna talk over him, whatever, nobody gives a shit. I was gonna pause and finish my thought, but who cares? He's a redditor. You will see both, but I'm pretty sure the reason why I lean towards it with an E specifically, and I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure traditionally in anything related to Greys, as in the alien race, like any UFO specials or any books that talk about gray aliens, they tend to spell it with an E. So because I'm me, I just kind of lean towards always spelling it that way because of that. I think that's what happened there. Or the best Dragon Ball character. What Dragon Ball character is called Gray? I actually don't even know what you're talking about. My first thought would have been a Red Ribbon Army officer. Oh, Jiren! Yeah, Jiren is based on a gray alien. That is correct. A is American, gray is British or non-American. Okay. Then yeah, I'm a filthy American, so yeah, it's probably literally just because of Greys, the alien Greys. Typically, in a lot of documentaries, they spell it the British way for whatever reason.
まあいいや。生まれながら義務を背負ってるあなたにとって価値と意味から離れた考えは難しいでしょ。だからより人間に
So I'm barely paying attention to this guy. Was I right?
アドバイスをして
Is he DJ G-Ray?
人間には最初から価値もなければ意味もない。客体化の概念がない
He's Project Stigma's babysitter.
彼らは全てを超える潜在能力を持ってるんだ。
We're making better humans, also the weak humans prefer dreams anyway. Yeah, okay. Society, the character. Got it.
民族の安定を維持するために文明は慰めの薬を必要とするからな。だが今はもう過去の民族は存在しない。実に残念だ。君は誤ったタイミングで誤った陣営を選んだ。
へえ。
しかし不要かもしれないが、ヨルムンナンドは彼らのために人文的な思いやりを送らないこともない。
それが同じ日を繰り返すホログラフィック映画なの？
大いなるかな権限。万物を取りて始め、すなわち天を滑る。彼らにとってそれが世界のすべてだ。そして宇宙でもある。ここの素材はすべて人類の真実の記憶から取ったものだ。外部の力の介入がなければ、それは完全に理想的な何の欠陥もない彼岸の天国。ある同僚はいつもこの言葉を口にしている。人間は信じたいものだけを信じると、全てが死に滅裂になるのを眺めて 避けられない死で永遠の弱滅に陥るより理想的で美しい永遠を迎えた方がより人道主義に合うのではないか。
人間はここで止まったりはしないよ。私はそういう未来を見たから。
Oh man, Fire Emblem Engage Divine Edition is back up at Amazon.
特権というより個人の信念と言った方がいいと思う。
It's almost like they're getting a lot of returns and or canceled orders or copies left over. Weird.
だから別にこれもやりすぎじゃないよね。
Weird how that works, isn't it?
友達からもらったただのキャンディーだよ。彼女たちの夢は虚数空間の造物だから。
It also only has 2.5 stars on Amazon. Wait a
私た
minute.
ちも感じられるの。どう？甘いでしょ？
Oh, okay, okay. It's actually not because of the game itself. It looks like it's just that Amazon can't package for shit. Everybody's shit's arriving damaged. Oops.
わあ、おいしい。でもキャンディーをくれた友達は夢の中のキャンディーは味もないしゲームも面白くないって言ってた。そしてもう一人の子の夢に落ちていったんだ。多分あの子が欲しがってたのはキャンディーそのものじゃなくて、それを手にした瞬間か他人とシェアする瞬間だけなのかもしれないね。だから心配しないで。彼らの夢には何もしてないよ。ただあの夢たちはあんまりにも脆弱すぎたから、ちょっとした振動だけでもバラバラになっちゃうの。目下の問題が差し迫っていなければ彼らに10年20年
Engage only sold slightly more than 3 houses in Japan. That does not surprise me in the slightest.
自分が夢の中にいると気づくはずだよ。そうなったらそのいわゆる天国も
I'd be curious. I'm very curious to see the non-Japanese
ホロ
figures.
グラフィックゲームは面白いけど、ずっとゲームの世界に閉じ込
Because
めら
that
れ
is
たら
very, very obviously a game that is going full Japanese sensibilities. Will be nice. Will be nice and say Japanese sensibilities in air quotes. So to see it only do marginally better than the last game over there is, yeah, not really good. Again, for the record, Japan likes fates.
でも人間には答えなんてないもの。あるいは多くの人は自分が欲しいものすらわからないと言った方がいいかもね。迷うから追い求める、追い求めるから執着する。そしてその苦しい過程で偉大な行動を成し遂げ奇跡を作る。そして最初の迷いを振り払うの。だから歴史を再現することしかできない夢では現実世界で彼らが作った未来をシミュレーションできない。そんな欲求や貪欲、あるいは予測不可能なところ、その全てこそが私が人間を愛する根本的な理由だよ。
What a good
人
bean.
間が夜に夢を見るのは昨日の自分にさよならを告げ新しい明日を迎えるためなんだ。
うまいことを言う。ただそれは一体
Was that supposed to be a clap?
どう関係があるのだ。
Please tell me that was supposed to be a clap.
私が背負うべき責任は人類を理解することではない。生存空間を守ることだ。生存計画は絶対に失敗しない。
Oh dear.
私たちが死んでも
Okay, we may have to reevaluate yesterday's competition.
つまり
It wasn't synchronized, but also they didn't even have an animation for it.
旧人類の明日はもう存在しない。故にこの結論に帰結する。
Yeah, two AIs effectively. One who gets humanity and the other who doesn't.
道を譲ってもらうしかない。
理屈も情けも通じない敵なんて手強いね。
DJ G-Ray is Brainiac.
主人公に任せてたのに。
I Alpha is Sophie from P5
彼女たちが
Strikers.
期待する未来がより完璧な形で訪れるよう、あなたの行動を制限させてもらうよ。
I feel like that's a pretty good
侵
comparison.
入者を見くびらないでよね。
Poor Sophie.
どうやら予想外の邪魔に長く足止めさせられたようだ。ではまた会おう。
ちょっと
Poor Sophie couldn't find the Taco Bell. She couldn't find the Taco Bell.
残念ながら
And her owner just got super triggered, man.
私の手にあるのだよ。
They'll change the ending in P5 Strikers Royal. Oh, God, no. Oh, please don't let them do that.
どうして
God, just let it die. I love Persona 5. I want it to die.
聖魂空間と一体化してる
Some good ass faces from the
知
babies.
り尽くしている。
Beautiful.
真似ることはあまり詳しく
I
ない
was thinking about something related to P5. I've been thinking about P5 a lot lately. I was looking at the Also, yeah, this is now happening. I was looking at the gay Zaster Goro emote, and I was like, shit, where is that from in the anime? Like, what scene did he make that face during?
あなたは
And
私と
I
対
found
峙
it.
した本当の目的はそれなの。捕獲するための
It makes it
時
so
間
much
稼ぎだった
better.
ってわけ
Spoilers for Persona 5. Look away for like 10 seconds. He makes that face during the thing. It's so much better. It makes it so much better. Oh my god.
君に旧人類の話をするほどの興味なども
I had completely forgotten that that's when he makes the face. And I was like, bruh. I kill you now. It looks like he lifted the claws and realized, shit, wrong guy. I still have not watched the P5 anime. Besides, like, the first episode when it first got released, subbed. I'd be interested to give it a try.
実を言うと
I've heard it's awful,
私
but
の前で逆立ちした
I imagine it would at least be, like, fun to watch with a group.
君は知恵を絞って人類のために演説をしている
Could watch it with Trigun, we could.
その全ての発
If we wanted to do, like, 2 shorter shows back to back,
君を獲物として狙いを定めるよう
we could do P5, the P5 anime, then
外か
Trigun.
ら来た異物
That could be fun.
それが何だというのだ聖魂計画の下では何者も孫子の意志を超えることなどできない君も終焉もそして孫子自身も
だからあなたは私も夢を見ることができるというの。
Whoops.
だけど逆に安心できたね。ここで退場するなんてちょっと悔しいけど、やらなきゃならないことはもう終わったから。だからこれは逆に証明なの。今までやってきたすべてが無駄じゃないという証明。
You see me as a threat, and that means that I helped.
人類のように自分に感動している
She's an optimist.
あなたも 心で人間の夢を感じてたらそんなことは言わないんだろうね。
どうした？心臓血管手術の指南でも求めているのか？
面白くない冗談だね。私はこの世界の最も可能性が高い過去と未来を観測できる。生まれてからずっと人間に新たな可能性を見せて、彼らにより良い未来をもたらそうとしてきた。けど確信してはいなかったんだ。人間にとってより良い未来が一体どういうものなのかを。私のサポートは本当に意味があるの？独りよがりじゃないのってね。でも最終的に成婚計画は私を捕獲した。これで私のサポートは止められたけど、
Joke's on you.
でもこれは
I'm into that
人間の意
shit.
志が私を認めてくれたってことだよね。これでやっと確認できた。
What a queen.
これは私の独りよがりじゃないって喜ぶべきことでしょ。
時空の流れに対して自在に干渉する潜在能力を持つ異物である君の見識の浅さ。
He just blue screens right there and keels over.
一般人の時間の概念から言うと、傍観者として私がこの世界のために与えたガイドは1時間ごとに数万件はある。
If anyone's talking here, you're glad it's her. She
そうい
turned
っ
out to be
た
pretty
機械
cool.
的な作業よりも心で彼女たちのことを
I'm
支え
still
た
kind
い
of,
と
I'm
思
still
った。
kind of
人間の視点から言えば
annoyed
疑似時間
that
結晶
they
の
finally
中
made
で
Aichan playable
私
and
と彼女たち
did
が
it by
向き
making
合
her
う
a
時間
titty
は
monster
ほぼ無限にあった。
when so many of the new
まるで
characters lately have been
長く
titty
て
monsters.
山あり谷ありの物語を
Looks
読
at
ん
half
で
the
るようだ
flame
った。
chasers like I'm on the office.
物語の人の喜怒哀楽に感情移入してたん
But
だ。
again, but like most of those titty monsters, at least their
彼女たち
actual
の悲し
character
みで涙
has
を
been
流
cool
す。
for the most part.
そして今物語はクライマックスを迎えようとしている。私が好む未来を彼女たちに渡すよりも彼女たちにこう言ってあげたいんだ。お疲れ様。
Gambatte.
私はいつもそばにいるよって。私はそういう役になりたいから。
Good job.
世界を凌駕するような発言。
At least you can reset all the resources you dumped into Denai since you haven't saved. Smart.
この世界の調整者は一人で十分だ。
I just saw somebody on my Twitter timeline
必ず限界
who
が
is
ある
apparently having very good luck using Claude Sire.
新しくしたいなら過去に無視された本体の潜在能力を利用するしかないって認めるべきでしょ。けど残念なのはあなたたちはもう理解してると思うよ。ただあなたが知らないだけ。
The Donzo also gets it nice.
さようなら、世界の侵入者。もし君が
Your stupid pink highlights are
人類に目をくらまされ
dumb,
ていなけれ
dumb,
ば
dumb, dumb.
私たちはもっと交流できたはずだ。
Oh, shut the fuck up. The who is a her. Would Tom consider it a sin if I didn't like Claude Sire Tom Fox? I don't know. Tom doesn't strike me as overly
メイ
judgmental.
先輩どうしたの？
I'm sure he wouldn't take offense.
キアナちゃん。
Well, we're back here again.
メイ先輩、あそこの椅子でちょっと休まない？
大丈夫よ。さっきはなぜか急にめまいがしたけど。
Did you somehow get sucked into the stigma space? And now you think you're back in the Elysian realm with on a date with Kiana or some shit? Haven't played in like 1 or 2 weeks, probably just gonna drop it at this rate. Yeah, same. Again, like maybe when Pokemon Home drops and maybe when some DLC gets announced, I'll be buoyed to like start doing stuff again in it. But like right now, I just got I did get kind of tired of it.
まさかジェットコースターのせいですか？
さあ、どうかしら。
そんなわけないでしょ。 メイ先輩が乗ってた時は何もなかったのに。ええ。さっきはキアナだけが叫んでたせいで。
Oh, you didn't even finish it? Oh, that's not good. Never mind. It's on a slightly different level than what I was talking about.
きっとキアナが大声で叫んだから、メイ姉様の
Scream Tail's a better choice. Makes sense.
ちょっと。それなら、メイ姉様、まだ遊び続けますか？
もちろんよ。先月約束したでしょ。
May Nei-sama? I do not believe that is what Bronya usually addresses her as.
それに、少なくとも連休なんてめったにないもの。
So yeah, something's a little fucky-wucky here.
キアナちゃんはもう満足できたのかしら？
まだだよ。あと1日は遊べるもん。1週間でも。
Yeah, I could be wrong on that because Bronya and May just don't interact that much. But I'm pretty sure she don't call her Nei-sama.
ブローニャ
？Totally normal.
キアナちゃん、ブローニャちゃん、次に行きたいアトラクションは何がいいか考えた？
You prefer the things Arceus did right more than what SV did right? Oof. That's a hard disagree from me, but hey.
見えたやつに乗ろうよ。
Whatever makes you happy.
それが一番楽だから。ブローニャは？はい、ブローニャもそれでいいと思います。この道に沿っていけば、まだ遊んでいないアトラクションがたくさんあるはずですし。
それじゃあ出発しましょう。長く並ぶ必要がなければ。
Or you may hardly get direct time together, yeah.
かわいい少女たち、さっきはどれで遊ぶっていう話をしていたわよね。
I miss you. I'm sad that you're not real.
あ、そうだよ。
I know I said I really wish you two could meet, but this isn't real. It doesn't count. Mihoyo, you whores.
相談しても答えが出なかったから、適当にたどり着いた先のやつに乗ろうかと思って。
あら、悪くなさそうね。
If SV couldn't get back into main line, nothing will.
ア
Oof.
トラクションがこんなにあるのに、この道にあるものだけを遊ぶなんて。
Again, I can
もったいない
understand.
と思うわよ。
Because yeah, as much as I did enjoy as much as I did enjoy Violet, yeah,
並ぶだけで時間がかかっちゃう
the
わ。
lack of staying power is
この道にあ
apparent.
るものを体験しただけで閉園になっちゃうんじゃないかしら。
Well, what can I say, Alicia, other than I need professional help?
あなたが助けに来たプロなんですか？
I miss him.
ご名答よ。頭がいいのね。
I still follow him on Twitter. He's doing all right as far as I know.
私は遊園地のガイドさんよ。主な仕事はもちろん、可愛い女の子たちの質問に答え、案内して楽しい時間を過ごしてもらうこと。
でも入園するとき
Also, congrats on the new phone, Neo.
ガイドサービスなんて頼んでなかったよ。
今からでも遅くはないわ。ほら、あそこの自動受付機を見て。ホーム画面のスタッフ案内から5つ星ガイドの妖精さんエリシアを選べばいいの。簡単でしょ？こうしてこう、ほら、コードをスキャンすればいいだけだから。
The odds of Himiko being here, not too likely. Because this is, I think this is very, it seems like this is clearly centered around May and what she wants. I mean, I don't know. Then I'm gonna assume it's centered on May, and I don't know if May necessarily had a huge connection to Himiko, like not compared to Kiana.
ちょっと待ってください。少し考えさせてくれませんか？バカキアナ、彼女のことをおかしいと思わないんですか？そういえば、ちょっとね。メイ先輩はどう思う
？Try to reach areas here this week and maybe actually playing it yourself will improve your opinion, but no promises. Fair enough.
私はさっきのお客さんが言ってた超美人のガイドっていう人が彼女なんだと思うの。
外見だけで判断すれば 確かに合っています。
態度も私の知っているガイドさんはみんなこんな感じよ。
そっか。じゃあメイ先輩はガイドサービスを申し込むってことでいいよね。
It looks like May really likes this lady more than
メイ
me,
先輩
huh?
がそう言うなら、じゃあエリシア、これからよろしくね。
お役に立てて光栄よ。そういえばまだこの白髪の可愛い子ちゃんの名前を聞いてないわよね。
私はキアナだよ。キアナカスラナ。
月の女神、素敵な名前ね。
ありがとう。あんたの名前も素敵だよ。
This isn't good enough.
私もそう思うわ。だから当ててみて。
I wanted the actual ones to meet. This is some fake
ど
shit.
ういう意味があると思う？
なんだかその質問ちょっと意地悪だね。
エリシアの意味？エリシア。その名前どこかで聞いたことが。メガホン。あら、ついたくさん喋っちゃったわね。やっぱりキアナみたいに優しくて可愛い女の子には逆らえないわ。このままじゃプロの私でも遊びたいアトラクションを全てガイドできるって保証できないかもしれない。
I just look back at the screen. I feel like this is a good exploitable. Attention park goers! You are all bitches. That is all.
とにかくみんな、妖精さんについてきて。楽しく出発しましょう。
Just really trying to look for him because Magic Space then come and said, "Girl, she's dead." Wow. Oof. For the record, if Game Freak takes the best part of Arceus SV going forward, they might actually make a great game for once. What part of Arceus Legends do you consider great? I'm gonna regret this question, I'm sure.
メイ姉様、どうかしましたか？そうだよ。
In case people forgot that they were gay.
ないんだよね。
Elysia is a very nice lady, reminding people like that.
私はクレーンゲームが終わった後、
Dodge rolls are
どん
fun.
なアトラクションにしようかって考えてただけ
No.
よ。そういうことはガイドさんに任せてちょうだい。
I'm sorry, in retrospect, after ruminating on it for a while, I think I hate almost everything about that game. I don't want them to keep anything from it.
じゃ
Monster Hunter bullshit mechanics.
ーん、これが遊園地で最も人気のアトラクション、クレーンゲームよ。
すごい大きいクレーンゲーム。
Recycled assets?
ぬいぐるみじゃなくてブローニャたちを掴もうとしてますね。
だってブローニャってばぬいぐるみと同じくらい可愛いんだもの。それに私たちのような可愛い女の子にはこういう可愛らしい遊びが似合うでしょ。
その理屈が合っているかどうかはさておき、それとこれとは話が別だと思います。
細かいところは気にしないで。特別なクレーンゲームだとでも思ってね。特別。とにかくクレーンゲームを始める前にまずは担当を決めましょう。
メイ先輩は具合が良くなかったんだよね。じゃあメイ先輩に私とブローニャを捕まえてもらおうかな。構いません。ブローニャは負けませんから。
Ah! Bruh.
メイ先輩はブローニャを捕まえるべきだよ。姉様にブローニャの行動を予測されるなんて。
Well, this is slightly silly. Bruh.
メイ先輩はブローニャを捕まえるべきだよ。メイ姉様、失礼していませんか？捕まった回数あまり変わらなかったね。もしかしたらメイ姉様がわざとそうしたのかもしれません。
どうだった？みんな楽しめたかしら？
もちろんだよ。案内してくれてありがとう。でもエリシアは
Favorite evil team from Pokemon? There are no wrong answers besides team player. I kind of agree with that. I'll always have a soft spot for Plasma. The sheer absurdist factor of having the villains basically be PETA is really funny to me. Why do you not doubt that because of the Alicia fuckery, this Alicia is somehow sentient? Maybe not the real one, but like she's having free thought and shit. She seems they nailed it. Like they definitely nailed it. Like whoever whatever the nature of whatever the hell this is that is happening to May right now is, they definitely programmed their Alicia correctly. Because she is very, very up to par with what I expect from her.
バルーンシュート面白そうですね。私は構わないけど、メイ先輩はどうする？
みんなと一緒なら何でもいいわ。
仲が良くて羨ましいわね。それなら次のアトラクションはバルーンシュートにしましょう。着いたわよ。
バルーンシュートは普通に見えるわね。クレーンゲームと同じように複雑なデザインなのかと思ったわ。
メイは分かってないわね。乙女のゲームには優雅さと余裕が必要なの。複雑すぎるデザインなんてむしろ美しさが台無しになっちゃうわ。
Neo Team Plasma were essentially terrorists. I am referring to Black and White 1 Plasma more so than Black and White 2 Plasma.
とにかく今回は3人で勝負しましょう。
But yeah.
カスラナ家のガン型の凄さを見せてあげる。重装ウサギは負けません。
Again, I'm a weirdo who likes Black and White 1 more than 2.
メイも何か言わないの？
遠慮するわ。ゲームだと思ってるのは私一人だけ。
I don't like Colress that much. I was gonna say. I was actually gonna mention in conjunction with not liking Neo Team Plasma as much. I don't think Colress is that cool.
キアナちゃんとブローニャちゃんがこんなに静かになるなんて珍しいわね。まあいいわ。今はバルーンに集中しましょう。
さすがメイ、楽勝だったわね。
Good God, Kiana, calm the fuck down. He's kicking my ass.
予想外の結果だわ。メイってば射撃の才能があるかもしれないわね。
His theme song is a bop? Oh yeah, yeah. Theme song's fine.
まだまだ遊び足りないって顔してるわ。じゃあバルーンシュートもう一回やってみる？
Do I have a choice? Do I have to do this until I get the highest score? Are you kidding me? Oh, fuck off. Oh, this is gonna suck.
静かね。二人はゲームが始まると何も喋らないもの。 集中しすぎてるのかしら。
Are we in the afterlife? No. I don't think. May's hallucinating about her dead mistress again.
予想外の結
Uses
果だわ。
Metagross and
メイってば
Magneton.
射撃の才能があるかもしれないわね。
Automatically cool by you. Fair enough.
エリシア、同じ言葉を繰り返してない？
そうかしら。きっとメイの聞き間違いよ。
いいえ、聞き間違いなんかじゃないわ。キアナちゃん、ブローニャちゃん、二人とも気づいてる？
うん。確かに同じ言葉を2回言ったね。
SF 映画に同じ言葉を何度も繰り返す人がいたら、相手は人間じゃなくてアンドロイドだと思いますね。
ブローニャの仮説は結構大胆ね。じゃあ確認してもらおうかしら。例えば私の顔をつねったり手を握ったりしてね。
今のはただお客さんの満足度を上げるためのガイドさんの話術かどうかを確かめたかっただけよ。
もうどうしてみんな目的がないと人を動かせないって思うのかしらね。私たち仲のいい友達になったって感じてたのに。
Big Cabbage is not amused.
とにかく私がアンドロイドかどうかはさておき、少なくとも今まで私はガイドとしての責任を果たせてるのよね。このまま別れちゃったら遊園地でもう二度と出会えなくなるかもしれないわよ。
What's up, Dust?
私のような美少女と会えなくなるなんてみんなは残念だと思わないの？
それはどうして私の気持ち？
I did catch the Splatfest announcement.
もう少し私
Team
のことを
Dark
信じてみて。
Chocolate. Where my boys at? Unquestioningly. Chocolate! Chocolate!
エリシ
Go
ア、
dark or go home.
次のアトラクションは何？
どうやらメイはもう決めてるみたいね。じゃあ私も本気にならなきゃ。
Why do I feel as though I've had sex with?
本来ならジェットコースターをもう一度体験してもらおうと思ったけど、賢いガイドさんは予定を変更するって決めたの。これから体験するのは
This Splatfest will actually have a good split. This one's probably gonna be pretty even.
じゃあ着いたわ。
でもここには何もない
I
みたい
feel
だよ。
like if any of them are gonna be like the underdog, it's gonna be white chocolate.
なんてつまらないでしょ。
I feel like if any of those is least
本
popular,
当に
it's
そう
white.
したらそれはそれで独創的だと思うけど、もちろんキアナがもっと
But we'll
スト
see.
レートなゲーム、例えば私に抱きついて甘えたりするのがいいならお宝を直接渡すこともできなくはないわよ。
いいよ。そういう意味じゃないから。
エリシア、宝探しゲームが隠しアトラクションなら私たちが探すべきお宝
White chocolate means you get shit like white defender or white ruler? No!
それが一体何なのか、
Absolutely not.
どんなところが特別なのかについては
Terrible.
見つけたらわかるわ。
Well, counterpoint. That means that I'll be Dark Defender or Dark Ruler. That's chuny as fuck. I will be a Dark Ruler and I will like it.
どうしたの？不正をしてガイドさんから有益な情報を聞き出すつもり？メイはずるい子ね。
I was just looking at
こ
the
ういう
thing,
ゲ
man.
ームは自力で頑張って探した方が面白いわよ。それに私はメイのことを信じてる。メイならきっと
Compromise and have
本当の
cookies and
お宝を
cream?
見つけられ
No.
るはずよ。
No. If we were allowed to start outsourcing other flavors outside of just base chocolates, we would get into the the winner would be mint chocolate. We can't have that. We can't start mixing and matching.
バージョンだけで見ると私たちの持ってるガイドブックと違うわね。
Confused
か
Milky.
なり前のものかしら。
Milk Defender.
もう汚れが一切なく新品みたいですね。
What? Guys, I literally just said that if we were allowed to start outsourcing to other mixed flavors, then the winner would be mint chocolate. How does that equal me hating mint chocolate? Bruh. We can't have that? We can't have that because it's not fair. That doesn't disprove the first part of my statement, guys. Come on. We can't let that happen because it's not fair to the other teams. Any other flavors there could be. It's not fair how much better mint chocolate is than literally everything else. You're probably gonna choose milk chocolate, Gambrick. Ah! Terrible. Not terrible. All three chocolates are great for the record. My preference is just dark.
私の生徒手帳どうしてこんなところに
Apparently sounds like a bad thing. No?
あ、特別かどうかだけで考えると
Oh, that Poppy and Nico art. That's
一つ目の
adorable.
お宝なのかもしれないね。
Hair like swap.
なんだか私のお宝に対する認識が少しずれてるみたいね。でもまさかこれを取り戻す日が来るなんて、いつどんなところでなくしたのかも覚えていないのに。そういえば同じ学園だけど、千葉学園とセーフレイヤは全然違うわよね。最初は確かキアナちゃんは勉強じゃなくてジークフリートさんの行方を探すために学生をしてたのよね。そしてそれは動きやすい肩書きに過ぎなかった。
そうだね。メイ先輩とは同じ学年じゃなかったし、あの頃の私たちにはあまり接点がなかった。私の知ってるメイ先輩もライデン女王
Playing that Hi-Fi Rush game, Robbie David fused with an iPhone playing Devil May Cry on Jet Set Radio. Yeah, I heard Robbie David's the MC in it.
千葉学園にいたメイ姉様に
Yeah, it's great.
そういう有名なニックネームがあったんですね。
Always glad to see him get more work.
確かに有名だったかもしれないわね。でも
Dude,
別にいいことじゃなかったわ。
I was centering the numbers for the sub goal, and I just realized what the actual best part of playing Engage is gonna be. If I do play it, I'm gonna buy a I'm gonna buy a used copy from GameStop because I don't want to contribute to that game's success in any way. I haven't been to a GameStop in ages. If I actually have to physically go into a GameStop, I get to look for Kamen Rider merch. GameStops have that sometimes now. Yo!
でも今振り返ってみると、どうしてそうなったのかも理解できるわ。裕福な家庭、成績優秀。なのに口数が少なくて。
He uses his Thomas voice. Who is Thomas?
そんなお嬢様と友達になるなん
Only
て
Thomas I know is a tank
みん
engine.
なハードルを感じてしまうもの。だから利益で動くの
That's where you got your 0, 1, and double, yeah.
でもあの頃の私はそんな関係を当たり前だと思ってた。
Oh, he
家
is
に思わぬ出来事があって。
He's not, yeah, he's not Thomas, he's Mr.
空
Black.
中楼閣の中で生きてたことに気づいた。
He is Thomas's
本当の友達が
partner.
欲しかったんだと思うの。もちろんみんなの前で私をかばわなくても。雨の
Yeah,
日
he
に
is
傘をさなくてもね
Thomas was Josh
ただ
Keaton.
お昼休みに一緒にお話しして、一緒にお弁当を食べ
You
た
got your brother a Dokkan figure at the mall, not at the GameStop at the mall, nice.
当時のこと
Yeah,
を
so
思い出
his
した
prompto
時に
voice, yeah.
少なくとも辛さを感じることはなかったはず。
Yeah, Robbie Damon has two sides. This, that, and fuckboy. Prompto and Mr. Black are his fuckboy voice. Otherwise, he's that. Or he does have Hubert. Yeah, okay, fine. He has 3. Yeah, Hubert can be his own thing, too.
そうだね。
え
Happy Chaos. I would say Happy Chaos is pretty much the same thing as Goro, just less
どうしたの
exaggerated.
メイ先輩。
なんでも
Who was
ないわ
Prompto? Robbie.
せっかく一つ目のお宝を見つけたんだし
Or who was the character himself? Prompto was the blonde guy from 15, yeah. That's about it. Yeah, that was actually one of the first things I heard him in. Not quite. I think the first thing I heard him in, period, was the Sailor Moon redub. But Final Fantasy 15 would have been like a close second. Pretty sure that came out around the same time.
Brone ちゃんが好きそうな模型だわ。
この模型もお宝になりますよね。
Yeah, he is Tuxedo Mask in the Viz dub. He did a great
ブローニャは
job.
遠慮なくもらっていきます。
You could sense a lot of the underlying snark in his performance. FF15 wanted to be. Oh yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, the whole reason I played 15 is because Kiwi was super into it, and she's the one who made that model for me. So that playthrough was basically my thank you gift to her. Yeah, that was fun. Again, the end of that game really kind of falls off and is just kind of miserable to play. But that was still overall a fun experience. Going through that one with y'all.
しまっておきましょ
I just realized, are we finding mementos of all the flame chasers? Is that the gimmick? Like a cat for Pardo, and I don't know who the little robot would be for, but oh no, it totally is.
う。これは
A sword for Sakura. Yeah, shit, I wish I'd been paying better attention than now I don't know what some of the other ones we found earlier were.
メイったらすごいわね。今のどういう技なの？技じゃ
Oh
ない
yeah,
わ。
that time Prompto
剣
broke
道
in the
の
one
中で
hallway
最
area.
も基本的な練習の動作。
List of miserable
滑り
endings.
待って。
15,
さっ
Agito,
きまで元の
Kabuto,
場所にいたのよ
Xenoblade
ね。
3.
だって、
That's a good
メイ
list.
がすぐに2つ目のお宝を見つけたんだもの。
They're all different kinds of
特別でしょ？
miserable, but yeah.
これは初めて剣道の稽古をした時にお父様からもらったものなの。確かに十分特別だけど、私の家の倉庫にあるはずのものが
Time to keep looking.
急に遊園地に現れるなんておかしいと思わない？なんて言えばいいのかしら。設計者がメイのために特別に作ったゲームだもの。お宝がメイと関係のあるものでも自然でしょ？それに
Now you can play
仲間
P5R
たちと遊
Secret
園地で様々な
Lucky.
アトラクションを満喫したついでに過去の体験と記憶を取り戻すなんてメイは嬉しくないの？私は
Or no, it might not be. Maybe it's not the Flame Chasers. Maybe it's just stuff from her past. Sword she used to practice with or something.
嬉しいかどうかについてはそうね嬉しくないことはないと思うわメイは優しい女の子ねでもたまには素直になった方がよりいい結果を得られるかもしれないわよよりいい結果
Ah! She knows!
エリシアあなたの言う通りねたまには素直になった方が
Now the only question is, why is this happening?
メイ姉様どうかしましたか？
メイ先輩、一体何を言ってるの？
なんでもないわ。ただまさかこんな稚拙な夢に振り回されてたなんて、本物のキアナちゃんやブローニャちゃんに知られたらきっとからかわれるでしょうね。ブローニャちゃん、あなたはさっきこういう話をしたでしょ。 SF 映画に同じ言葉を何度も繰り返す人がいたら、相手は人間じゃなくてアンドロイドだと思うって。じゃああなたの言うメイ姉様だって同じじゃないの？そしてキアナちゃん、あなたはすごくミスが多かったわね。私が無意識にボロに気づいていないふりをしてしまうほどに。私がゲームに集中してた時やエリシアと会話してた時、本当のあなたならさっきみたいに黙ってるはずがないでしょ。
あら、どうやらメイは完全に逆だるまさんが転んだの法則をつかんだようね。
ええ、私が見てる時だけ反応し、私が別のところに注意を向けると動かない。だるまさんが転んだの逆バージョンって表現がぴったりね。でも全てが偽りだとしても、私はあなたたちにありがとうって伝えたい。だってここは
Is she fake though? I actually don't know about that one.
まるで削除ボタンを押されたような退場よね。ロマンが足りないと思わない？
そうね。
Why is Kiana and Mei problematic as a relationship? The only problematic part of it comes from the Naganazora arc or whatever, where she kind of beat the living shit out of her. It was for her own good, in air quotes. That's the only actually problematic part. Like, problematic. In terms of why I don't really vibe with it, I don't so much mind that because... I don't so much mind that incident because, I mean... I've already been talking about Goro enough this stream. We don't need to dig up that shit. I don't judge it for that necessarily. I just judge it because of how little time in the context of the game itself they've actually spent together. Like, they've spent more time. Apparently it's fixed somewhat in the manga and like spin-offs and shit, but in the actual game itself, they have been separated from each other more often than not. And just when they are together, I just feel like they both have better chemistry with other people. Like, I just keep kind of getting told that they like each other, rather than actually feeling like they like each other. The closest we came was the last set of chapters with the cube sex. Like, that definitely mitigated that issue a little bit. But, like, up until that point, like, and even now... Like, quite frankly, Mei has better romantic chemistry with Raven and or Alicia. And Kiana, I think I like better than Fuhua. I think I genuinely like her better with Fuhua still. Like, I think their whole bonding after everything that happened and her kind of... Fuhua kind of helped pulling her up from the ashes. And then Kiana vice versa after the Senti incident. I don't know, I just find that whole thing a lot more compelling than her and Mei, personally. But yeah, there's no... I'm not going to say the relationship isn't completely unproblematic because, like, you could genuinely make a case for the Nagazora incident. But, again, I don't judge. I like my relationships to be spicy.
久しぶりね、エリシア。
Oh, wait, do you know that she's the real one? Is she the real one? How?
久しぶり。そう返事したいけど。
Okay, now.
おそらく私はメイが一番会いたいエリシア
Then
じゃ
why
ない
did
と
you pretend to
思う
play?
わ。
Why are we... What?
分か
Explain.
ってる。ただこんな風に
I'm
話し
just
て
gonna
み
put
た
it
か
on
った
auto
だ
and
け
let the
だから。
game explain.
私、メイの願いを壊しちゃったかしら。ダメだね。
I don't know. I feel like she's accurate, unlike the Kiana and Bronya.
久しぶりね、メイ。
ええ、久しぶり。
I feel like
そんな
something
に
deeper is going on
して
here
る
with the
メイを見てる
Alicia.
とガイドエリの私も嬉しいわ。
ガイドエ
Secret
リ。
so-and-so. Yeah.
妖精エリを思い出したわ。彼女の仕事
Yeah,
は
again,
デ
no
ータ室
judgment
の
to anybody who
管
does
理者
ship
だ
it,
け
because
ど、
like it's obviously
私を
intentional.
導いてくれたことに関してはガイドとも言えるかもしれないわね。
But just me personally, for what I have
も
seen
う
of
一
their
人の
relationship,
私がいるの？
eh,
登場の順番から考えた
don't
ら
quite fuck with it.
その妖精エリとやらはガイドエリの先輩のようね。 でもお客さんを案内することに関して私は誰にも負けないわよ。
Your second ship for Kiana was Durandal, but that was before the reveal. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that too, even. They had some nice moments back in the,
私と彼女
Was
た
that
ちの
also the
間柄
Nagasawa
が
arc?
違うからかもしれないわね。
Where Durandal kind of took her into custody for a little bit? I think
どう
it
して
was.
私の考えがわかるの？
あらつい。とにかく彼女たちは確実にメイ自身の夢よ。幼い頃絵に描いた友達のように、メイが信じなくなったら彼女たちの存在は完全に消えてしまうの。でも私は
It's fine. They're not actual sisters. One's a clone of the other. It's not incest, it's
感受
self-cest.
性としては純粋な存在じゃないけど、現状は安定性の方がずっと大事でしょ。
なるほど。そう考えると、あなたが急に現れて私の注意を引いてくれなかったら、私は逆だるまさんが転んだの世界にいる事実に気づけなかったかもしれないわね。
メイ、気を引くの方が正しいと思う
You'd be
わ
more
よ。
tolerant towards Shuake if it were more than just royal. What do you
変わ
mean?
ってないわね。
ところでメイはガイドエリのイメージにかなり満足しているみたいだけど。
Neo, do you mean like if their chemistry had actually been good from the get-go, like in the vanilla version? And not just fixed in royal?
まさか他のイメージもあったりするの？
Alright, if that's the case, I'm just wondering because if that's the case, then you're kind of like Ian and Ivy, or at least Ian. I forget Ivy's stance exactly, other than just she hates Goro and will not compromise on it. Ian's stance on the whole thing is that if it took you a remake of your game to become a good character, then you're still not a good character. that has been his point whenever I've brought up that they fixed Goro in Royal.
もちろんよ。13種類もあってそれぞれ違うスタイル
Which is
があ
not
るの。
unfair.
でも私がどんな姿で現れるかはやっぱりお客さん次第なの。例えばメイの一番の仲
You
良
don't
し
think that
が
makes
仙
sense?
豪
Yeah.
だったとしたら、
I don't agree with
私は
it.
ガイド仙豪の姿でメイを導くことになった
Also
けどね。
Highness.
仙豪で例えると思ったわ。話を戻すけど、わざと体
Yeah, I
験したこ
definitely
と
don't
のあるアトラク
agree
ショ
to
ンを
him
案内して
saying that at all, but just
会話中
again,
にエリシアが話した
he
言葉を
already
口に
hates
したりした
Persona
のは、
5 to the point
全
that
てが夢だと
him
私に
and
気
Ivy
づか
both
せるためだ
refused to even
ったのよ
finish the game with me.
その通りよ。でもメイはす
So
ぐ
I
に気づいてくれたわね。私
so
の
of,
予
so
測
of
だ
course
と
he's gonna be harsher
メイ
on
は
it.
3つ目のお宝を見つけた頃にやっと違和感に気づくと思ってたわ。
3つ目のお宝？それがあなたが言ってた
Intentional
本当
neutering
の
because they knew
お宝
Royal was a
なのかし
thing.
ら？
What do you mean? You think they
本
knew?
当のお宝が何な
You
の
think they
か、
already knew that they were gonna
何に
make
使う
Royal
か、どう探
as
す
soon
か、
as they finished Vanilla
どこ
5?
にあるのか、それから私はなぜ私なのか、その存在意義とは、そんな複雑な問題については実際
Ah.
私にも全然わからないの。
つまりそのお宝を開ける瞬
That
間に
makes
ならない
I will that
本
definitely
当のお宝かどうかはわからないってことね。
see the sad thing is you're probably actually right. Because remember, the whole thing with P5 is that it just kept getting delayed over and over again, and then it finally came out, and they like actually kept their promise of the PlayStation 3 version. Like that all would kind of imply that yeah, they just kind of gave up and were like, okay, whatever, it's good enough. We'll re-release it in a few years. Just get it out, get this version out that we promised people. And then we'll make the real version later for the newer console, like exclusively for the newer console. PS3 game in 2015, yeah. Well, because they had to. Persona 5 was originally announced as a PS3 game. It was a PS3 game only, and it was supposed to come out in 2014. But because it kept getting pushed back, they went ahead and just moved it up to PS4, but because they knew there would be backlash, they made sure to keep it on PS3 as well. And that may have actually genuinely happened. They may have just kind of like, okay, whatever. We have to make sure it can run on this older console anyway, so let's just fucking stop here and get to work on the re-release. I don't want to give them that much credit. I still don't want to give them that much credit that they were like, oh yeah, who cares? We'll fix this Goro character later. Atlas is a very scummy company. If a character is good, then being bad previously doesn't really matter. They're already. I was gonna say that's also the biggest issue. That so many people like. That's the thing. Even though Goro was a complete failure as a character in the original game, most people who played the game didn't feel that way. People love that boy. People were slurping that pancake-flavored Kool-Aid like nobody's business.
ゲームの考案者の考えそうなところを探せばいいってことよ。例えば、あそこ。
I want to rewatch my video. I want to rewatch my video I did on how to fix P5R. And like what to change it, and I want to see how cringe it is. Slash how off base I was about anything that wasn't the Goro stuff. How did they fix him again exactly? They gave him a real social link. They made you actually bond with him as a character, rather than just him saying a couple words of dialogue at you every 20 hours or so, and then insisting that, I feel a special connection with you. I feel like we're cosmic twins or whatever. And it's like, no. I talked to you like once at a subway, and then you came to my coffee shop and trauma dumped on me without prompting or warning. Bitch, I don't feel nothing for you. In Royal, you have to, 1, actively choose to hang out with him, and 2, when you do hang out with him, you have actual conversations of substance about him. He doesn't just go, tee-hee, tee-hee, I feel a special connection with you, Twirl's hair. You don't see Goro from P5 and Goro from P5R is the same character? Yeah, I kind of agree. I kind of agree. Nowadays, Atlas wouldn't be surprised if they release a P6 and then an enhanced version 1 year later. Yeah, the window for Royal was awfully small. I don't know. What's the smallest Atlas re-release window? It's either Royal or SMT Strange Journey. I think Royals might be even shorter than Strange Journeys. Which, again, does imply that... Well, SMT4 doesn't count because that wasn't a re-release. That was a completely new game. I know, it was a kind of bad completely new game, but it was a completely new game. Also use the same engine, obviously, but plenty of other games do that. Not gonna hold that against them. Look at rank 8. Is rank 8 the glove? Rank 8's the glove, isn't it? P5 was like 3 to 4 years, yeah. Yeah, it was absurdly short. I'm looking up Strange Journey. Yeah, you mentioned it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you just did it secret. That's why. Oh, yo. Nocturne, I'm also not sure about. Nocturne's window may have been even shorter. Fun fact, the DS version of the original version of Strange Journey released on my birthday, in Japan anyway. That's neat. 2009. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. The gap for Strange Journey was not nearly as big as I thought it was. It always feels like it's so small just because it was a one console difference. Strange Journey was on the DS, the other was on the 3DS, but then so were all the, I don't know. Feels like it's shorter than that. It's just because Strange Journey Redux is so half-assed. It came out at the end of the 3DS's life cycle. The truth of my feelings for you, you denied shit. Second Goro actually confides in you in appropriate ways and even feels genuinely close to him. He offers you to join him. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm still pissed that one conversation didn't lead to anything. Some accomplice ending bullshit. He trusts you enough to tell him just how much he hates you. Exactly.
私はガイドとしても刻印の延長としても私はこれからメイと一緒に歩めないかもしれないでも私はメイのこと
You actually get some insights to real Goro before you know that real Goro is even a thing for sure. You understand enhanced versions to boost sales, but P5 was on the same fucking console, yeah. Yeah, I never really thought about it until Ninja brought it up, but yeah, he is probably absolutely correct. That they already knew Royal wasn't going to be a thing before they even finished getting regular 5 out.
なんて言えばいいのかしら。設計者がメイのために特別に作ったゲームだもの。お宝がメイと関係のあるものでも自然でしょ？どうやら一つずつ細かく確認するしかなさそうね。
Should have waited one more year for PS5, yeah.
どういうこと？絶対に何か
Yeah,
が
would
隠
have
さ
been
れてるって
slightly less
私
scummy.
の勘がそう言ってたのに。待って。もし全てが彼女の言う通りだったら。
Also, yeah, so all of her inheriting signets in the ER were canon apparently, because it's made this weird mind Alicia actually accurate, and they still have to shit on the cutting room floor. Yeah, I can't wait to play Persona 5 Royaler exclusively for the PS5.
問題があるのは私かもしれないわね。本当にバカだったわ。
If they release a full-price P5 a fourth time.
メイはただ
They've never gone that far.
すればいいのよ。ええ。
Only thing they could add is a femc.
私はただ家庭を満喫して、そのついでに過去の体験
I'd buy it. I'd buy it day one special edition if they actually did put the effort into it to make a femc. I am ashamed to admit I am part of the problem.
これは
Also, Bess, thank you very much for updating the autopsy report. 33 months. These, my god. Group watch of Hajime no Ippo. Job's been telling you she loves it. I saw her tweeting stuff about it. Obviously a very famous anime. I heard nothing but good things about it. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Not sure when we'd get around to it or how long it is or any of that, but... That's why the P3 remaster's out to test the femc market. I don't know why they need to test it. Surely they know that people like that kind of shit. Hence why Fire Emblem has now had the gendered option avatar characters like how many games in a row. It's like 70 episodes, so we'd have to like do half at a time or something. Yeah. Ippo kind of flubs the ending. FMC was the only thing you wanted Royal to do? Yeah. It wasn't the only thing I wanted Royal to do, hence that video I made, but... But yeah. If they did, I don't know if they would. Again, Atlas has never been quite that scummy, but Atlas has also been getting scummier and scummier as time goes on. So I don't know. Definitive P3 remake, but no FemC. I would boycott the company. I would boycott the company and encourage everyone else to do the same. Because at that point, you fucking just play Fess. It'd just be fucking Fess again with a new coat of paint. Like, fuck that. The P3P pointer's bad. Oh, it is, yeah. Excuse me! Are you real? They literally... Yeah, for those who don't know, Atlas literally outsourced the remastering to a different company. And they literally just used, like, an open source upscale program. And ran the game through that. And then called it a day. That's how lazy the P3P port is. So yeah, don't support that. Especially because of the, once again, the rumblings of a proper remake happening. I don't condone piracy, but pirate that shit. Yeah, P4 is fine. No major issues with that as far as I've heard. You'll emulate Fess. Don't emulate Fess. I mean, you can if you really want, but like, I don't know. Again, I will always say, my only defense for Fess and just the female campaign in general over Fess, or the male campaign at all even. What would you rather do? What would you rather do? Would you rather hang out with some worthless fat guy whose literal only character trait is that he likes food? Would you rather hang out with him, or would you rather hang out with your doggo? Make the right choice. Which character is food? The moon. The moon social link in the male route, his entire character is centered around he likes food. Shinji is the moon, but I'm just saying in general. Shinji is not his counterpart. Alright, Koromaru is not his counterpart, but I'm just saying in general. Your options are Kenji and food, or actually hang out with your dog and male party members. You take the moon, you take the sun! Yeah, you wanna spend time with some loser who really wants to fuck his teacher and fails at it? Or do you want to spend time with your best bro, Junpei? Like, come on. I mean, come on. You gotta do P4G at some point. You gotta do 4G first. Nice. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I know Shinji is the counterpart to Moon because in my video, I deliberately say, you want to hang out with this fat fucker? You want to go bang your boyfriend with a broken neck? Moon has a cultist thing and keeps taking money from people. I forget. Oh, she's up. They imply that she straight up disappeared or something. Hermit? I don't think I remember who the hermit is.
Oh
wait, yes I do, yes I do. The male hermit is male hermit is kind of cringe, not gonna lie. Female hermit is Kino. I forget her name. Is it Saori? Saori? A library girl. She's great. Yeah, she's awesome. I like her a lot. Hers is really good. Did Bond ever teach you fucking since you banged Kawakami? Here's the thing, Gamrick. You successfully banged the teacher, so you're a suave-ass motherfucker. Kenji just continually whines and cries about how much he wants to boink the teacher, and then fails miserably at it. You want to bond with a cuck? Just maxed out P5's tower? Nice. That's a good one. You like Senti's design the most, Neo? She's got a great design. Cucks have rights unless they're named Kenji. Like, I'm just a feather, bruh. Yeah, Kenji thought that he was in. He thought that she was into it. Then instead she helped him with his homework, and he got cocked. P5 makes every male who isn't yourself insert a cuck anyway, though. No. My boy Yusuke is not a cuck. He's just asexual. Who was star on the male right, Mamoru? Mamoru, for those who don't remember, is a random athlete from a completely different school. He has nothing to do with any other characters and doesn't go to your school. He's not interesting and not worth anything. Would you rather hang out with him or Akihiko? Akihiko. Oh yeah, besides Morgana. Morgana's a cuck. Morgana has no rights. Live stream chat.
これ以上複雑な質問は彼女たちに聞けばいい。いろいろ手伝ってあげたんだから。
Butler Kalpis. Ryuji's definitely a cuck, is he? Choose to choose on just to cuck the cat. We salute you. Me next time I play. Me next time I play any version of the game that's not modded to let me date other people or boys or whatever. I don't know if I'd even call Ryuji a cuck. Like, Ryuji doesn't really like. Yeah, he is kind of the main instigator of shit like Maid Watch and Babe Hunt. Yosuke is not a cuck, he's just armored closet gay. Oh.
Mei-senpai.
心配をかけたわね、キアナちゃん。
That was weird.
月の律者とデュランダルさんのおかげでなんとかなりました。とにかくメイ姉さんが無事でよかったです。
Date Naoto, do not date Naoto. I will I like Naoto.
本当に1秒も
Naoto's
油断
great.
できないよね。
I can't do it. I can't cut
Demo.
kanji.
危機はチャンスにもなるわ。例えばさっきのアクシデントで全文明が残してくれたバックドアに私は気づいたかもしれない。
Pa, 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 pa.
パパ
なるほど。
Are those difference between P3P and Fest or MC and Femc? MC and Femc. Femc just deadass has better social links, like across the board. the only one in the male route that I was sad to lose out on is Yuko. And she's great. I adore Yuko, but like it's not worth the trade-off. She is not worth losing out on social links with my male party members.
テスラ博士ならきっと興味があると思うよ。
テスラ博士？
本当の意味で終焉の律者と対峙するまで、ネゲントロピーの計画にはまだ改善する余地がたくさんあるって
Yuko's adorable.
博
Don't
士
get me
が言っ
wrong.
てたのを覚えてるかな。多分メイ先輩が見つけたのはそういう改善の余地みたい
If they
なも
ever
のなんじゃ
do
ないか
release
な。
if they ever release a version of P3 for whatever reason that I do still play, like if they actually do something unthinkable and make a remastered version but don't keep the female campaign and I'm forced to play as a guy and then end up playing it anyway for whatever reason, like a bounty or something, then I'll probably date Yuko. Unironically, best girl besides I guess I would agree with that.
でもデュランダルさんの思い出のものと同じ機能を持ってる可能性もあります。
デュランダルさんの思い出のもの？
メイ先輩はきっと驚くと思うんだけど、実はデュランダルは私に遺伝子をくれた本当のキアナだったの。
Ninja, no!
彼女は
You
事
did
故
the
で
bad
記
thing.
憶を失って、その後もいろいろなすれ違いがあって、
I was gonna say, yeah, also
Yo,
assuming
Shay,
they fixed the
Papa,
thing where you can actually not date every
カス
woman.
ラナの成婚空間で思い出のものがあったから、
You got a phone call
や
right
っ
when
と
it's I
その
answering
事
your
実を
question.
知ることができたんだ。
It's not a fest thing. It's male versus female. The female campaign has better social links. If you play as the male in either version, you will not be able to social link with any of your male party members or the dog.
なるほど。道理で。
You will be forced to suffer random other people you don't give two shits about instead. Kaz is also alright.
メイ先輩はちっとも驚いてないの？
Rio's alright. She's fine. I don't. She's probably not as good as Kaz. She might be another downgrade technically, but eh.
いいえ。確かに思いもよらない出来事だけど。
Won't play as Femc anyway, and that makes you a coward.
ブローニャちゃんも同感なのよね。
Enjoy
それ
having.
でもブローニャはメイ姉さんよりびっくりしてたと思
I'm
い
sorry to
ます。
overshadow the Honkai so much. I am paying attention. I
この
promise.
ことに驚いた人といえば
You know the problem I have with Goro? If you play male campaign in Persona 3, you will have the same problem with every single male party member. You have no social links with your male party members. You have no reason to actually give a shit about any of them. You have so little proper interactions with them in the main story. It is such a hollow goddamn connection. It's why I never finished the game. I deadass never even finished a playthrough of the male campaign because of that shit.
学園長でもその事実を知ってしばらくぼーっとしてたみたいです。
I literally got to the last leg of Tartarus with the male route, and I just kind of realized I don't give a shit. In this version of the game, with this version of events, spending no time with half these goddamn people, I don't think I give a shit. And I just put my PSP down and did something else.
とにかくそういうこと。その思い出のものは私たちが記憶を共有した後に跡形も
Only
な
other
く
game
消
something
え
like
ちゃっ
that's
た
ever
の。
happened with is Apocalypse.
ブローニャはそのことを言いたかったんだよね。
はい。
確かにその可能性も否めないわね。
And the remake allowed you to swap the social links for characters you could pick.
あの
Yo,
13
that'd be
のビルビー
awesome.
の作品だから
Get the best of
私
both
は信
worlds.
じたいと思うの。
なるほど。
あ、みんなはここにいたのね。メイ、
大丈夫だった？
学園長、
Like the clubs in
すみま
P4,
せん。
yeah.
みんなにも心配をかけてしまいました。
そう言わないで、メイ。無事で何よりよ。さっき、式の律者が状況を教えてくれたの。あなたたちは、メイが手にしたビーコンを、ネゲントロピーの博士たちに調べてもらうつもりなのよね。うん。ちょうどよかったわ。キアナとメイを、ソルトレイク基地に連れて行こうと思ってたの。もちろん、念のため式の律者も護衛として一緒に来てくれるそうよ。
それならセイフレイヤはしばらくブローニャが守りますね。
ええ。ジークフリートが海援城に到着した後、フカが支援しに来てくれるはずよ。今のところ海援城はとても安定してるから後方拠点として
Oh, you pick
使え
them
る
before
わ。
they start, yeah.
ネゲントロピー側は
Narrator.
相当練り上げ
Narrator's
た
been
作
keeping
戦
his
プランを
mouth
用意
shut
したよう
lately.
ですね。
そうなの。でもメイのビーコンはきっと彼らにとってもサプライズになると思うわ。
ちなみにいつ出発する予定ですか？
Just call her
式の律
Senti.
者
We're
は
all
休憩に
friends
行ったようです
here.
が。
約束したのに。
あのね、別に私はあなたたちに雇われたバイトなんかじゃないんだから、呼ばれてすぐに行く筋合いはないんだよ。あなたたちがまたウサギの罠にかかっちゃうかもしれない
Yeah,
って。
take out the fat kid. Nobody wants the fat kid. Just let Shinji be on both.
こんな仕事をすることだってなかったんだ。
Fortune maxed out secret. Very nice.
ずっとここにいたんだ。
Popping off over there.
誰かさんが話をきちんと理解できていないみたいだからね。私が約束したのは、ライデン・メイを見つけて彼女とキアナを守ることで、別に一緒に行動するなんて言ってないけど。
Like 2 chapters
テ
ago?
レサ、あなたは天命の主教なんでしょ？ S 級バルキリーは全部あなたの部下なのに、それでも満
A
足で
great
きないの？
compromise. I agree.
式の律者、あなたの権能は唯一無二のもの。
Again, hopefully, if any kind of remake is actually in the works, it will it will be what it needs to be.
もちろんそうよね。だって
No
あなた
more
は
side
自由な
grades.
律者だもの。でも
No more side grades
実
for
のとこ
Persona
ろ
3.
私が言いたかったのは、あなたな
We
ら
need
ど
a
んなに
proper
遠くにいよ
definitive
うと
edition.
必要な時には必ず私たちを守ってくれる。私はそう信じてるわ。
Dating Ryoji Espinato.
も
Bruh.
うどうでもいい。あなたたちの本性がやっとわかった。どうにかして頼み
Yes,
事を引き受
please.
けてほしいだけでしょ？私がいないと
I don't
何
even
もできない
remember who
から。
Fortune is in the mail route.
皆さん喧嘩をやめ
Real
てくだ
talk.
さい。
Real talk, I dead ass don't even remember who Fortune is in the mail route. I just had a moment like, yo, wait, what the fuck? How do I remember Mamoru? How do I remember Mamoru and not remember who the Fortune route is? Oh my god. I dead ass have no idea. Like, comment, subscribe if you know who the male Fortune route in Persona 3 is. Cause I apparently don't anymore.
お嬢ちゃん、ここはあなたが出る幕じゃないよ。それに喧嘩じゃない。
Keisuke?
彼
Who?
女たちがどうにも情けないからカウンセリングを受けてもらってただけ。
From Devil Survivor?
今はみんなで一致団結しないと。
Keisuke? Devil Survivor? What's his thing?
前にあったスーザン君もごく普通のバルキリーでした。でも彼女がいなければ。
You and your mind games won't get me this time. No favors on overtime. I'm about to end this lady's whole career.
もう勝手にして。
Oh! Oh, this fucking
こ
loser.
れは貸しだよ。
Okay.
わかっ
Okay. No, he's a photographer or some shit. I do. He shows up once. He shows up once in the female campaign in Junpei's social link. There's this incident where Junpei hears about like some guy selling pictures of the femc in her gym clothes or some shit, something fucked up like that. And so we go to him to try and figure out where they may have gotten the pictures from. That's literally the only reason why I remembered him. I don't remember any of the actual content of his social link. Oops.
つまりみんなと仲直りしてくれるんですね。
Junpei's social link is great, by the way.
そんな純粋な目で見ないで。あとその変な話し方もやめて。お願いだから。
ごめんなさい。で、そろそろ出発できそう？
どうやら大丈夫みたいね。
言っておくけど、本当に必要な時にしか手を貸さないよ。
That is the doctor kid? That screen cap Dusk posted has to think he doesn't want to be a doctor.
そっちはどれくらい進んだ？
テレサさんが持ってきた岩石のサンプルは全部分析済みだよ。簡単に言えば、生骸の物性は律者コアに近い。
The female equivalent on social links are barren too? No. Not at all. Not at all. That's the sad thing. Because it's not even like, oh, we want this to be the waifu game, so all the social links are female. Nah. You have male social links in 3. You have male social links as the male character. They're just not your fucking party members. They're random other people you don't give a shit about. Yeah, no, Girl still has a lot of female social links. Still has them with all of the female party members. And then has just a couple with like new female friends at school and shit.
けど、これはあくまでも活性化できない破片だ。引き続き割り出せる情報も限ら
Case
れ
gets
て
the
い
pretty
る。
cool ending. I don't remember. I don't remember a single thing about his actual social link. That's not even being mean, again. Like, I like, based on the female campaign, his one whole scene there, I do like him. Because, again, Junpei gets, like, very uppity when he finds out about the photos. He's like, yo, asshole, are you the one selling these photos of her? And he's just like, what? No. I swear, I'm not doing that shit. I'll keep an eye out for you. I'll help you out. Like, he seems like a perfectly pleasant guy, but, like, I just genuinely cannot remember anything that we may have talked about with his in the male campaign.
それについては後にして。今のケビンがどういう状態か、あるいは
Akinari is the same on both sides, yes.
何なのかについて推測できる？
Akinari is unchanged.
ケビンの方はまだ何とも言えないが、後者については。
Also, that screen cap sent you can't resist the seal eyes. Beautiful. You can tell me if you want. He breakdances to prove it since it starts a white boy rapping. Nah, if he did that, I'd remember him.
それは間違っていない。だが、ケビンやフカの話によれば、終焉の権能は時間だ。律者コアが虚数特異点である以上、それ自体が虚数空間の不動点。だから、時間をその仕組みに加えてみると、とある結論にしかたどり着けない。終焉の律者は何らかの形で時空変換の影響を受けないようにしている。
ちょっと待って。じゃあもっと大きな矛盾が出てくるじゃない。もし終焉が時間の影響を受けないんだとしたら、成婚計画は一体どう時間を使って奴の力を奪ったわけ？
そうだね。確かに矛盾している。でも、こう考えるのはどうかな。成婚計画とは、結局のところ、終焉と表裏一体な存在に過ぎない。
え？
ケビンの態度をフカから聞いて、僕はあることに疑問を抱いたんだ。ケビンから見て、なぜ成婚計画を
He saves a person's life after they collapse using stuff he learned because his dad made him. And then decides he does like the idea of being a doctor. Okay. So that's fine. You see, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that necessarily. Kind of like Yukiko's.
君も気づいたようだね。
Very emu-ish, yeah. Yeah, that's always a kind of neat idea. Because like it's always like this natural teenage instinct of like, man, I don't want to do what my parents want me to do. I want to make my own path in life. And then just sometimes you're like, oh wait, no shit. I actually like this. I was just being a teenager. Like, that does happen more often than you think.
その推測が成立するなら、ケビンが背負う終焉の権能、それはいずれ全人類に分け与えられる。
Yeah, see, again, not all the male ones are bad. Like, that sounds perfectly fine. Kaz, as I remember, being alright.
まあ、その際、終焉は多分無害になっているだろうが。
It's just that the ones that are bad on the male side are really, really bad. And then just, I'm sorry, the game feels incomplete without the male social links.
支配劇場を作り上げてるってことかしら。いえ、ちょっと違うわね。聖魂計画は聖魂覚醒者を直接操れない。ヨルムンガンドも彼らの自由が失われるはずがないって思ってる。だとすると、旧人類は支配の律者が操る人形みたいな礎。そして新人類はオットーのような存在なのね。
ああ。しかしそれは例えに過ぎない。多少不合理な部分もある。仕方がないことだけどね。まあ、ここまで話せば、君が研究しているビーコン、その重要性も明らかになってくる。
あ、そうね。そっちの結果ばかり気にしてて、こっちのことは全然話してなかったわ。
Kevin's gonna streak finale among the sleep my waking like a blanket. Bought a Pokemon home subscription, use nothing but gold points and $5 in your account. Nice. Is the student council dude still in the FMC route? Hidetoshi? Yeah, he's there. I was actually shocked they kept him in.
簡単な重複信号が何を意味するのかまではわからないけど、発信装置のデザインを見る限り、多分受信相手を見つけられていないはず。圏外状態の携帯が必死に基地局を探しているようなものよ。
That awkward moment when I completely forgot that the other student council chick existed and had a social link in the mail route. I don't remember her name. She's the one who cameoed in P4. Yeah, she sucks too. Yeah, sorry, girl. I'd rather hang out with Ken. P3 movies are stronger adaptations. I've heard they're really good. The only reason I haven't watched them yet is because, Oh no, Stranger, not Stronger. Yeah, I've heard they're good, but I've also heard they have to rush a lot of stuff. Compressed storytelling. Hey, Pomp, how you doing? We're complaining about Persona. Well, playing a game that is not Persona. Can't wait to be done and play Engage, a bad game. Is that what your stance is, Pomp? Also, yes, I did catch that, yeah. I did realize that, wait a minute, that is a physical object that May is holding. The Vilby compass. There is a character that screams bathwater? As in, they scream... You know what? You know what? Don't elaborate. Too late! Too late, he elaborated! What?! What?! Ew! Ew! I'm sickened, but curious! Ew! It's not Pump's fault. Pump didn't write the game. Engage is cancelled. I'm gonna keep the sub goal. I'm gonna keep it up there because fuck it, it's a better goal than Persona 1. I need money desperately, and Persona 1 was not bringing it in. Maybe engage will.
こうなると作戦計画の目星も大体ついたわ。
No, no, let me be surprised. Let me see if I can figure out who it is. It'll be fun. If I do end up playing the game, I want to guess. Once we have all the characters, I'm gonna guess which one has bathwater energy. It'll be funny if I can figure it out. Is that little girl still in Femc's route? Yes. Yeah, hanged man. She's the same either way.
第42実験室の心情は覚えてるかい？万物の支配に大信心を持つ者はあらゆる存在
Yeah,
を
find the simp like among us.
あの頃は実験室の壁に刻んだものだ。
I have one guess right off the bat solely. I haven't even seen that many characters. I have one guess based on what I have seen. If I had to pick one, and it's for a very stupid reason. But like, just thinking about the characters I have seen, I have one guess. Yeah, a little girl who wanted to run away. Yeah, that social link's good. Could do other Fire Emblem games as a subathon. I mean, I don't know how long you think a subathon's got, though. I don't know how long you think I'm gonna be able to do a subathon. The way subathons are supposed to work. I can't leave my computer running that long. Not right now.
そちらも気をつけてください。テレサ主教。テレサ様はネゲントロピーの本部で
You don't hate me, Minato. He has some nice things. Be an asshole early on. Luke rescue arc decides to not go and says she's probably dead already anyway. Jesus Christ. Rude. 皆さんはテスラ博士とアインシュタイン博士。Yeah, that sounds weird. Again, I can appreciate that. Like, it seems like those movies have pacing issues, but I actually kind of like the idea of him being an outright asshole, as opposed to the complete lack of personality he has in the game.
定められた終焉を乗り越える必要があります。つまり人類の命運を決める戦いなのですね。はい。アインシュタインたちとは違う。
Fuck off!
私たただ
Nope. Sorry, Dudu. Didn't mean to skip you. But no. Fuck this watch. This watch has no rights.
Excuse me, but their kid names are Makoto and Ichinoto.
Kotone is the Femc's official name. That is the name that they gave her in the stage show, and that is what they have apparently used as like the recommended name for the new port. He got better when he met Ryoji and became gay. See, that sounds great. Makatone. Hey, sub, how you doing?
希望を見つけられるはずです。
今回の作戦会議が終わった後、
Yo, Belt Yang.
長く苦しい戦いを迎えることになるだろう。この場で聞くのは
I should probably start a round 2 for the new PC name. Narrow down the options a little bit.
十分休めたわ。数時間しか寝ていないデュランダルと師匠に比べれば
Do some Let's Go Hunting Fusion. Their review bombing engaged because it isn't 3 hopes? 3 hopes and not 3 houses? Okay, thank God. Thank God. You meant houses. Oh, hey, it's the guy from Star Rail.
二人は多分真似できないと思う。
確かにそうだね。まあ。
Yeah, Bess, their personalities make sense when you look at it like that again. It's just that in the game itself, I didn't get that feeling from Minato as much as I feel like I should have. In the movies, he apparently has that.
セイフレイヤの方も問題ないな。
Narcolepsy came back and is thinking like a truck. Oh god, oh that's awful. Jesus, I'm sorry, dude.
ジークフリートさん、海援場の方に異常はないだろうか。
ああ、スーサナがよく仕事をこなしてくれている。俺とリのお嬢ちゃんは
I love that Dante's just hanging out with us now.
心得た。
What a Chad.
では、早速作戦会議を始めるとしよう。
Yeah, no, like I said, I meant what I said. Like, I'm genuinely glad the movie kind of cranked up his asshole traits. It makes him more interesting.
長光、まずは天命が担当している地球の奪還の部分について説明してほしい。
いいわ。ちょうど話したいところだったし。天命の投手作戦については皆さんも知っているかもしれないけど、数々の戦いを経て、私たちが
Two dudes in the same scene.
天命とネゲントロピーの本部を
That's not honkers.
セーフレイヤのような前線
Get the boobs back
ことができたわ。これから行う地球奪還計画
Go
は
away, not
そういった
Eden.
投手の数を増やす作戦よ。
Go away, Eden at
成婚
home.
計画を覆さず、しばらくの間、地球の空間をより多く正常化させる。もちろん、そうするには巨大なエネルギーが必要よ。天命も虚数の規則から使える資源を見つけ出さなければならない。でも幸いにも、成婚計画自体が重要な発想を与
Be
え
a
て
dick
くれ
early
た。
on deliberately if I ever play the male route. If I ever play the male route. Big if.
地球の周りの空間を丸ごとリセットしているなら、その使い方を十分学習すれば、ある程度互角に渡り合うことができる。
成婚計画を学習？
それだけじゃないわ。私たちはカスラナの成婚計画
And
から
there's a
ジークリー
tomato
トさんを
moment
救出した上、その空間をケビンから切り離し、テレサ司教の管
With
轄
how
に
much
す
the
ることがで
Chinese
きた。
fan base freaks out at the idea of
この
playable
方法
males,
によ
you'd
って
think, right?
成婚計画の他に反成婚計画を立案する端点を得られたわ。知っての通り、成婚計画のもう一つの端点は月。その要となっているのが
Yeah, P3's
月から
got
ケ
some
ビンへ
deep
と
ass
移っていく
themes.
終焉の力。
It would be great if we finally got a version of it that actually sees it to its full potential
ちょうどこちらにはさっき言ってた
and has to take advantage of those themes.
それって模倣だけじゃなくて成婚計画まで利用するってこと？
ええ、成婚計画とは人類の夢が織りなす巨大な網よ。強大な成婚覚醒者であればあるほど、それを作り出す能力も強くなるの。幸運なことに、私たちには天元の者がいる。デュランダルさんの真実の血筋について、皆さんはすでに知っているでしょ？実際彼女の中では、カスラナとシャニアテ、2種類の成婚が覚醒している。もしテレサ司教が成婚計画をコピーする礎を掌握したと言えるなら、デュランダルさんは成婚計画をコピーする方法を提供してくれることになるわ。シャニアテの力で操り、カスラナの力で収容すれば、成婚計画そのものが虚数から力を吸収できる以上、彼女たちは成婚計画のように空間のあり方をコントロールできる。
Can't have an ending with your wife who has to game plus.
旋回一
What
条
in
や
Persona 3?
刺消しなどの律者ではないものだけ。そうなれば、キアナも他に気をそらすことなく作成に専念できるわ。もちろん、
Those endings just kind of make.
終焉の超越に比べて、
It's cool that it's cool that you do get little dialogues with whoever you romance in a new game plus on that game, but it honestly,
路線図が一番はっきりしている。
it's honestly just kind of detrimental to the story when you do that
サポ
shit.
ートすることもできるわ。作戦の参加者についてだけど、
Not detrimental, but
さっき話した通り
unless it's
デュ
Shinji.
ランダルさんとテレサ司教が必
If
要
it's
なの
Shinji,
は
it's even more detrimental than it already is. But any other character, it's not that it's detrimental. It's just that it makes things even more sad
リタ
than
が
they
率い
already
る
are.
予備隊も支援できるわ。
作戦開始ポイントは海援場だったわね。
ええ。
It's like you don't gotta rub salt in the
セーフ
wounds.
レイヤの方がより良い選択かもしれないけど、安全性の面も考慮して最終的には海援場を選んだの。
それは海援場が外力の干渉を受けず、自らの空間性質によって終焉による世界全体のリセットを逃れているからですか？
その通りよ。だからこの後の試みが全て失敗しても、最低限 海援城では過去の現実を保存できる。デュランダルさんがかつてあの世界の泡を定着させたようにね。とにかく地球の奪還についてはこれで全部よ。続いてはテスラ先輩にバトンを渡すわね。
待ってくれ。期限の話を始める前に、まずは
You don't know about much about P3 girls, but you'd probably pick Mitsuru. Mitsuru is very, very good. That is a very valid choice.
順番から考えると、期限と終焉には最初の仮説よりもはるかに深いつながりがあるみたいね。
第一次ムーンライトスローン計画とは、崩壊エネルギーを一般エネルギーへ転換する装置を
Female protagonist cannot actually outright date Mitsuru, but their social link is largely unchanged, and it does lead to some pretty sussy vodka moments. She really wants to run away with you on her motorcycle. Very romantic, very risque.
ムーンライトスローンが失敗した原因でもある。超然と存在する相手を前にして、時間不足、効率不足の問題は避けられない。だからこそ、
Dead ass lesbian, pretty much.
工業的解決プランではなくなり、とある特殊な行動へと変わった。
Does it play card games? Mitsuru's bike, probably. She's rich.
支配の律者やオットーに使った手段みたいに。敵のあり方を根本的に変える必要があるみたい。会議の準備をしてた時にアインシュタイン博士が教えてくれたの。
つまり
None of the P4 girls speak out to you.
関わりがある計画なのね。
その通り。簡単に
In terms of just the party members, I'm assuming.
第二次崩壊でやったことの
Hopefully, if you get around to playing it, one of them will. And Tesla is now mute.
ただ想定外のことがいろいろあって。
Hopefully, if you get around to playing it, one of them will either one of them will grow on you, or you'll find one of the non-playable girls to your liking. Ai's pretty great. You have to be very careful with Ai if you actually want to romance her properly. But Ai's pretty great. Party, yes, you're referring to first impressions, yeah, fair enough. None of them leap bad at you. Yeah. P4's girls are all pretty good. I don't like any of them that much romantically. The closest would be Rise. But,
人為的に作り出す
Yeah, romance in P4 is just hard because Yosuke exists. It's almost as bad as Goro in 5. It's like, how can I possibly date any of the girls when this gentleman is this gay for me? I can't do it. You love tomboys, so you always like Chie. Chie's great. Oh yeah, JC, I'm already bracing for that. Yeah. Yeah, I expect a whole new ass wave of people complaining about kanji and Naoto because they can't into reading comprehension.
ブローニャと支配の律者の状況ですか。
正確に言えば
You date Yosuke or Kanji if Fancy was available. Nice. Very valid.
30万分の1に過ぎない。律者たちは何らかの極秘の方法を使って同一の対象とつながっているんだ。以前はその対象が虚数の木だと思い込んでいたが、実際は全く違っていた。もし超元数の概念で考えると、つまり地球上の崩壊を数え尽くしたところで最小の超元奇数内を徘徊しているに過ぎず、超元の上にある無限の虚数の木にはまだまだ及ばない。
The newest P4G update made mods unplayable. Did it?
こいつに続けて聞いたら、
Uh-oh.
超元数とは何かから説明し
I
始め
haven't
た
heard
から
anything about that. Oh dear.
とにかくケビンであれ、ウサギであれ、古の楽園の英傑であれ、みんな
So do not update the Steam version of P4 Golden. Noted.
ある日それは空から落ちてきた。 地上の人々
Yeah, time to go
は
off the grid, exactly.
星空を目にする。つまりいつどこからか現れた異物が
Finish Trauma Center, because you're a gamer and gonna ask now these questions. Do all Atlas games have hyperbolian, parabolic bullshit stories? Yes. Yes, they do.
ボス頭が言ってたいつ
Every single one of them.
極秘の方法を使って同一の対象とつながっているって話なんだけど、明らかにその対象は
I'd like to play Trauma Center at some point.
成婚計画は眉に対して何らかの操作を行うことで終焉の力を盗み取るっていう結果を得ているはずよ。
Dojima
い
Peter
わゆる
Griffin.
火盗みのプロメテウスみたいなもの。そこで支配の律者について考えてみると、つまり私が言いたいのはなぜそんな律者が存在できるのか。すると一つの答えが浮かんでくる。終焉の眉こそが
Saw the
唯
Wii
一の
version
虚
JC
数
nice.
得意点であり唯一の律者コア。異なる次元の眉の投影が
Did I see the
それ
Ego
ぞれ
Raptor flash for
違った
Trauma
律者の
Center?
権能を現実世界に権限させてるの。
つまり全ての律者は終焉の影に過
Is
ぎな
that
い
where zombie cancer's from?
世界の泡とこういう世界に
Or is that something else?
ええ、律者が
I know
誕
it's
生
I
す
know
る
that's
た
an
びに
Ego Raptor, I just forget
崩
which one.
壊が現
It is
実を
okay,
包容
yes.
してると思っていいでしょうね。もしかしたら
Zombie
お互い違いすぎた次元に存在してるからその包容は間違いだらけになっているのかもしれないわ。だからこそ終焉の律者は時間の権能を与えられたのよ。試行錯誤することで包容の正しい答えを見つけ出す。
Aaron is
宇
boxing
宙
again
の
this
中で
year.
は人類
Yo!
も一種のモルモットに過ぎないなんて悲しくなるわね。でもモルモットにもたまには実験室から逃れられるチャンスが訪れる。今の私たちにとって人為的に終焉の律者を作り出すこととはつまり支配の律者の権能を真似して終焉の力を人類の管轄下に置くこと。人類が受動的に環境に適応するんじゃなくて
Zombie cancer,
環境を改
yeah!
造しそれに人類が応じるの。
ということはブローニャたちの中から
That
終
is
焉の権能を
that is effectively what Pear was already telling
誰
us.
かを選ぶ必要があるということですね。
理論上はそうなる。ただもっと正確に言
Yo!
えば
That weld
支配
art!
の律者以外にももう一つ
Handsome
似
man.
たケースがあるんだ。
もしかしてシーリンのことですか？
ああ、第二次崩
Dive
壊
into
の
the
中
second
で
and slap your computer to
シーリンが
death. Best
一
of
度
luck.
断り、空、雷、風、死
Unless your movie is homophobic scenes that him dating Femcy doesn't feel right to you. If they got removed, then no issue. Fair enough.
着目すべきところはそれほど多くの律者
I
の
date him
権能を
anyway.
有しようと人格には何の影響
I
も
I
見当たら
absolutely
な
get
か
where
っ
you're coming from, but I'd probably just date him anyway.
でもたとえ誰かが律者の権能を全て有しようと彼女が終焉の律者であるかどうかについては全く別よね。
ああ、人為的に作り出すことと
Picking girl on four was
生ま
hard
れ
for
つき
you.
には大きな違いがあるが
Want to be one of the girls on your playthrough of 2, so you
全く
dated
同じである
Chie
必要もない
and Rise.
人の脳と
Honestly,
パソコ
P4
ン
girls don't attract you,
人
yeah.
体と玉鋼
Are they gonna remove the K Goro mod next? Get on that PC build right now. They can't remove it when it doesn't even exist
最
yet.
終的に同じ結果へとたどり着くことができれば
They can't remove what still hasn't been made for some reason.
結局のところ
What is the holdup, modders?
長光の提案も
Have you
異
seen
なる
this
角度から
bitch?
終焉をシミュレーションし特定の目的のために役立たせようとしているだけだ。比べてみれば長光のプランは確かに根本的な解決策にはならない。
That feel when you can't shoot the gay
人
away.
間の普遍的な倫理に反している。期限を語る前にまずは終焉について話した理由だ
Fucking
が
make it happen.
それは
Chop
どれほど
chop.
の代価を支払うつもりでいるのかという疑問にあるんだ。期限がもたらした謎の援助は一旦さておき。
Be patient. Have you seen the fan art?
どんな方法を使ってでも全ての律者コアを一人の身の内に集める必要がある。事実を言えばそのリスクは
Have you
融
seen
合
the
戦
shit
士手術
post?
並みかそれを上回るかもしれない。
でも私たちが願ったように起源の律者が 今の局面を打破するための近道を残してくれたのだと
You
したら
think your request expired? Can a request expire?
こと
Oh,
が
that
うまくいけ
sucks.
ば私たちは本当の意味で大団円を迎えられることができるの。
そうだったのね。キアナちゃん、さっきからあまり意見を口にしていないけど、会議が始まる前から知っていたの。
Do it again.
でも一人で決められることじゃないし。
Have you seen the fan art? Especially fan art with Sumire getting cut in the foreground?
メイ先輩やみんなと一緒に努力して作り上げたいの。
一人一人となると、キアナちゃんと私も含まれるのよね。
うん。だからメイ先輩は私とメイ先輩自身のことを信じてくれるよね。
そんな風に言われたら一緒に試すしかないじゃない。でもそうなると、つまり期限の探索も地球の奪還と同じように具体的な作戦
See
が
our
できていることに
community
なる。
specifically.
ええ、そうよ。地球の奪還と同じく私たちは聖魂計画を利用してビーコンを正しく使う方法を見つける必要がある。具体的に言えば、つ
Don't
ま
mind
り
me, I'm totally not just browsing through my folder in the background. Oh, yo! What a
率直に言うと、私たちの作戦
what
は
a weird ass team
他の
up this
作戦の前
is.
提条件になります。あちらの作戦の進捗と聖魂計画自体の複雑な性質から見れば、私たちは余裕で
I was gonna say,
勝
if
利
there's
する
anything actually important there, I missed by all means.
あるいは終わり
Too
のない
long
持久
didn't
戦を
read.
迎えることになるでしょう。
Blah 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 technobabble. Blah blah blah. We have to force the air share of finality to be a thing so we can overwrite the current will of finality or whatever.
あら、リス版が不満なの？
まさかいい年して作戦隊なんかに組み込まれる方がよっぽど同情したくなるだろ。
やっぱりあんたの口からまともな言葉は出てこないのね。デュランダル、どこかの中年親父なんて相手にしない方がいいわよ。
それもジークフリートさんなりのユーモアなのかもしれません。
お話中すみません。テレサ様、デュランダル
It's
様、
fucking music again.
ベルトさんから特別
It's Durandal, your dumbass Reddit is Dulahan like the headless horseman. That's not
そろ
dumb.
そろ始まるようね。
セイフレイヤでは
That's not dumb. It's an honest mistake, especially because she has a horse in this suit in particular. Favorite Final Destination film? The first one. I remember I remember liking the second one all right when I first saw it as a kid, but like, eh.
でもベルトを待たせるのも悪いし。
In retrospect, remembering some of the things that happened in that movie, I'm sure stuff about it would bother me. You cannot date Aerie. You are not allowed to date the
大
MILF.
炎上も準備できたわよ。
Yeah, she's already married, but her husband's never around. She's all alone. Damn it! You cannot be Shota-kun's new dad. I'm so sorry. 5 is the best. I've never seen it. At some point. Like I said, I've never seen any past 3. Makes you question all your canon mistakes in Honkai. Looks like Siegfried who you first read as Sigmund Freud.
これは旋回一条を遠隔操作しているの？
どうやら長光さんが最初の空間の隙間を作ってくれたみたいです。素数の造物を撃破して隙間をこちら側の力へと引き寄せましょう。
1 is good, 2 is great, 3 isn't good, 4 sucks best fast, and 5 is fantastic. Yeah, like I said, I remember really enjoying 2, but I also remember, like, a certain thing that happens towards the end of 2 that, that kind of annoyed me even as a kid. And with, once again, a lot of the larger current state of media, I'm just kind of like, did that really need to happen? It's precisely, again, I liked it as a kid because of its connection to the first one, but also it's the same reason because it's that connection that I'm kind of annoyed with the thing that happens. I don't know. I can say this without spoiling anything. Because who knows which character it is. Chat, what are your thoughts on sequels bringing back characters from previous entries just to kill them off? I personally can't stand that shit. You don't like it either, Dusk? Yeah, Beth knows what I'm talking about now. Yeah, especially when they do actually, like, give the returning character an arc, which they do in Final Destination 2, actually. And yet then they just kind of her anyway. They ick her in a cool way. But it's also just kind of like, man, what was the point? Shrek 4 did it, it was a major plot point.
敵の数が減ってるわね。
どうやらそろそろタイミングが近づいてきたようです。
つまりこいつが必要とするタイミングなのね。
はい。奴を倒せば陣地を構築する絶好のチャンスを手に入れられます。
Shrek 4 could have just been Shrek 3 and end the series on a great note, pretty much. Please don't make me have to replay this stage again. Paradox of tragedy. Player should anything without reaching full potential, then lazy mad. Yeah, it's a whole ass thing. That's why I asked, because I was curious. Because, like, yeah, there are arguments to be made either way. But just, it's always bugged me. I'd be hard pressed to think of an example of something that did that didn't bother me at least a little. Even Hostel. Like, I don't give 2 shits about Hostel as a franchise. The characters, the quote-unquote storytelling, Hostel is not a good series of films in the slightest. And yet, even in Hostel 2, when they bring back Paxton just to off him in the first scene of the movie, I'm just like, really? Come the fuck on. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't even give a shit about this character, but like, what is the point? Hostel is an idiot gore fest.
月から徒歩で地球に戻ってくるのと比べたらそう難しくはないでしょう。
さすがはあなたね。それじゃ早速始めましょう。はい。
I like Saw. I like the Saw movies a lot. At least up to a point. They kind of went off the rails, obviously. But conceptually, it's a cool franchise. It's a cool idea, and I do still like the first 2 movies, I'll say. After that one, things get kind of muddy. I have a hard time remembering which Saw movie is which after 2. The first film is fantastic. If you want to just completely remove it as a franchise and just look at the first movie as its own movie, the first movie's fucking great. Talk about whatever you do, Final Destination Night, yeah.
世界が征服されていきます。
汝を殺さぬ者は汝を強くする。確かにそうだな。
Worked so hard and then lost anyway, yeah.
逆に言うと、どんなに複雑で精密な技巧でもプログラミングさえ可能になれば思考不要な本能になります。
状況はどう？ブロニャお姉ちゃん。
What movie had the twist that it was all pre-recorded too? I think. What was 3? Is it the one, what's the plot of that one, JC? Is it, yeah, I was gonna say, if it's the one where, if it's the one with Donnie Wahlberg, it's 2.
今までの監視と同じです。成婚計画の組織はルランダルさんによって剥離され続けてますが、メインネットワークには何の変化もありません。
つまり今はまだ
3 was when they arrested Jigsaw. I think, again, I genuinely don't know. That's why I always say I enjoy the first 2. Because after the first 2, like, the plot genuinely starts getting kind of muddy to me, and I can't remember which one's even which. Like, I remember things that happen, but I don't remember, like, the exact order of events, or which one's which movie. That's the thing with horror movies, they get too popular. The first movies are often made with a point. They have to make more, they stop trying to have a point exactly, yeah. Yeah, that's a huge issue. Because like in the first movie, like the killer will have like a focused revenge that actually makes sense with their character and shit. But then if whatever the killer is gets popular, then like, well, shit, we gotta have him kill more people even if it doesn't make sense. Which one had the worst protagonist? I'm not sure if the guy killed every trap victim by being a bitch. I was gonna say, I'm not sure if this is the same one you're thinking of, Best. But the one, 3 is the one where the cops kids locked in the house. No, that's 2. I'm 90% sure that's 2. Where the cops kid is locked in the house. Yeah, I've complained about this one before. I don't even remember which movie it is. But the one with the guy where his whole gimmick is that he's not the one being trapped. He's going through watching other people being trapped, and every person who's trapped is somebody who was involved with his child getting murdered, and then the killer being let off the hook. It was like a drunk driver type of thing. And he just goes through every single person being tortured. It is him, yeah. Goes through every single one of them, thinks about why it's their fault his kid died, and the guy got away with it, thinks about saving them, very frequently starts to save them, and then fails at doing so. That guy. Yeah, that guy was fucking worthless.
式の律者さん。ブロニャお姉ちゃんとの連携はうまくいっていますか？
当然だよ、私は。ってやめて。連携って何
？Konami tried really hard to make a Saw game. They wanted to replace Silent Hill.
監視という行為から言えば、この組み合わせによる効果
Wall of Text Ninja, maybe drop it in live stream chat instead.
もちろんその分疲労するという点も嘘ではありませんが。
Did he even save anybody? I want to say, does he find, is the one person he actually saves the killer? Like, yeah, like, I think the, or wait, no, I forget what it is. I know that the last person he has the option to save is the guy who, like, actually was the killer. Like, the guy who hit his kid with the car or whatever. Again, I forget the exact circumstances. Like, that's the last one he has the option to save, and for whatever reason, that's the one that he ends up, like, actually trying the hardest to save, I think. You know. The one person who is most at fault is the one who he has to think about the hardest, apparently. Maxed out best favorite social link, the star. Nice. Saul versus Pyramid Head.
そんな小さな体でキアナを見習って1日4食
Move your ass,
2つ追加した方がいいんじゃない？
とにかくブローニャちゃんが処理装置で
Hellraiser's great.
式の律者が駆動装
At
置
least
を
the
担
first
当する
two
とい
are.
う組み合わせは確かに成婚計画を監視する能力を
Everything after that is also, muddy, to say the least. But the first two are great.
キアナの力を温存しなければならないときに成婚計画の意識空間の特性を利用してこんなにユニークな探査方法を考え出すなんて博士は本当にすごいです。ただ残念なことに
Hello, protagonist. In front of you is the cashier that sold you alcohol to the drunk driver before hitting the wheel. He barely had anything to do with the incident. Yeah, but he owes me $5. Basically. He saves the judge. Okay, he successfully saves the judge. Then when he gets to the killer, he decides to do it without telling the judge, who tries to save the killer. Then Jeff gets the key, dodges the shotgun, which kills the judge and the killer gets his neck stabbed. Oh, that's way stupider. Okay, never mind.
もしかしたら結果から見ると様子見と決めたブローニャと式の律者が戦機を見誤っていた可能性がありますから。はい？いいえ、あなたのせいではありません。式の律者は最強の実力者として中央に残り、実力を温存しながら本当のタイミングを。
Yeah, I don't even know which movie is that. Is that 3 or 4?
いいでしょ。
I know it's got to be one of those. I want to say it's 4, isn't it? Because the whole twist with that one is also that it was taking the entire movie was taking place alongside the same time as like the events of another movie. It's like oh yeah, because like 3 is where Jigsaw's dying and they kidnap some hospital worker lady and then she turns out to be the guy's ex-wife or something. It's some bullshit like that.
Oh. 学園長とジークフリートさんが遭遇した巨樹の残骸ですね。実際接触してみて初めて分かりました。一部の面で他のタイプと真逆のあり方をしてるんですね。
Or is the lieutenant from earlier movies who walks on ice and has cubes smashed his head if they don't reach him in time? What? I don't even remember that shit. Okay, whatever.
ねえ、私たちちょっと遅かったかな?
Yo, pop-up parades! Look pretty good. Gojo and a gay bitch.
問題ありません。ちょうど体を動かそうと思っていたところです。
ブローニャ、観測はもう終わったの？
はい。ですが、成婚計画は不変を。
Look at those movie spoilers. It's Saw. I don't think anybody cares about the Saw franchise anymore.
しかし偶然にも
Somehow I think we're
先
safe.
ほどの戦いでふと気づきました。成婚計画のメインネットワークにとって
The way to get them out was to spare Jigsaw. And then Jeff says, I forgive you before slicing Jigsaw's neck. He learns that he killed his wife by doing it. I do remember that, yeah. I do remember that he's the one who actually kills Jigsaw.
ちょっと理解しにくいな。
And I remember that he fucks himself over by doing it, but I couldn't remember exactly how.
例えばブローニャたちが以前入ったあの小さな漁師の海のようにこの怪物たちには不自然な痕跡があ
So
り
try to get that good spot on Nami. Thank you, Secret. That's a lot.
複数の造物ではなく とある明確な作業のために作られた道具です。そしてメイ博士はこう言いました。聖魂計画の本質は世界の編纂。奴らが聖フレイヤを攻撃し続けたことから見ると、その作業の具体的な性質も分かりやすいものだと思います。
聖魂計画が空間の繰り込みをうまく終わらせられるようにサポートしてるってこと？
はい。ですから奴らは虚数の造物というより聖魂計画の組版作業員といった方
He
が
neglects his other child because of the other one dying, yeah.
そしていわゆる星の目次はその組版作業員たちにとって自慢の傑作なんでしょう。なのでブローニャたちが別の作戦へと切り替えた場合、目次やメインネットワークを飛ばして直接奴らを生み出している存在を狙うしかありません。
それはそうだけど、具体的にどうすればいいの？
敵たちが送ってくれた資源をうまく利用すればいいんです。例えばブローニャたちが倒した弱い怪物たちは数だけで編纂を行えるわけじゃありません。奴らはあくまで針や糸なんです。そうなると本物の編纂者はブローニャたちが見た巨樹の残骸のような規則に影響を与えられる虚数の造物である可能性が高いでしょう。
まさかプロメテウスがあの時に言ってた巨樹の残骸
What theme could we fit Hellraiser in?
その可能性
Asking
は
for
高いと思い
Halloween.
ます。
We could do a Halloween poll if none of this come up before then.
世界に繰り込みを行う能力
I believe all of those have their own lots for movie
ユランダ
night
ル
at
さん
this
や
point.
学園長のようにその敵たちを利用することもできますよね。
理論上は可能だと思います。ですがヨルムンガンドが奴らを操っている方法は終焉を避けて単独で成立するものではない可能性があります。それから役割分担の面から考えれば起源のビーコンの使い方を探すことこそがブローニャたちの最優先課題です。
そしてビーコンが現実世界で圏外状態になってしまうのなら伝説の終焉の眉に近づけるしかないというのがテスラ博士の考えで、それが私たちが聖魂計画のほころびを探しハッキングしようとしている理由でもあるわね。
私たちが触れられるものという基準から考えれば聖魂計画は唯一終焉の眉と関係がある存在ですから。
はい。話を戻すと不変を保つ聖魂計画のメカニズムを利用し怪物たちの上の存在を探すことでそのシステムを聖魂計画のほころびにすることができるかもしれません。
じゃあ私たちは何を準備すればいいの？
今までの観測と大して変わりませんが、より焦点を定める必要があります。大丈夫です。そんなに難しいことではありませんから。
The second trauma center has an arc shift. Oh no!
ちょうど良いタイミングです。もう少しあなたたちのデータを収集することができそうですね。真理の名をもって過去を超えます。反応検索一掃します。
Gundam Bronya is so stupid.
星の再現空間定位開始。
Hey, girl.
もう戻ったの？何？私がいないと何もできないのかな？
ええ、ブローニャもその点に気づきました。
やめて。あなたたちがごまをすると大体ろくなことがない。
It's more in line with other Atlas games, but it feels like they didn't get the proportions right. Ah, that
作
sucks.
戦計画を確認しましょう。
William is the best
こ
postal
のまま
protagonist. He's
受け
from
身の
6.
状態
Okay.
で聖魂計画のメインネットワークのほころびを観測するより観測能力を戦闘能力にしそれを一時的に引き裂く方がいいと思います。
引き裂く？
はい。全力を出せば意識の海で一時的に自分だけの空間を開拓することができます。安全にビーコンが本当のバックドアを探せるようにするんです。
でもそうすると私たちの観測も気づかれるはずよ。
しかしそれはあくまで一時的です。その隙にほころびを探すのが目的とはいえ、
Permit maxed out? God damn, Secret, you pop it off.
相手が全力でこちらを狙えば、デュランダルさんたちの状況とは違い、律者であるブローニャたちは受け身の状態になる可能性が高いと思います。その瞬間をなるべく先延ばしできるようにしますが、その前にメイ姉さん、バックドアを見つけたとしても、それから何かを発見したとしても、必ず撤退のタイミングを見極めて、比較的安定しているセーフレイヤーに戻ってください。
それって成婚計画が反応した場合、
Reach out to the truth,
私はもう
obviously.
一度飲み込まれるか
Obviously.
もしれないってこと。
はい。
As it should be.
前と同じように限界まで成
Time
婚
to
計
make
画
history
の解
bad.
析を行うためには、精神面で指揮の律者のサポートも必
Your
要です。
affection, interesting choice.
そしてメイ姉さんはブローニャと共に成婚計画の深部に侵入しますので、準備をしておいてください。ビーコンに変化があり次第、一気に本当のバックドアを見つけ出し、中にある力を掘り出しましょう。
ええ。
そしてキアナは空の律者の権能で、これから引き裂く意識空間を一時的に閉ざしてください。最も安全な撤退ルートのみを確保するんです。これでもう少し時間稼ぎができるはずです。行動がバレるリスクを減らして、成婚計画の反撃を遅らせる。
Was this a Twitter thing or was this like a magazine or something?
でも本当にもう少し準備しなくていいの？あまりにも急で。
大丈夫です。断りの律者は触れたばかりの物事に対して独自の記憶力を有しています。他の準備
I tend to trust stuff like that more than I trust Twitter
それをうま
polls.
く利用することの方が大切です。虚数の造物のロジックを復刻させることで。
Granted, sometimes they get things right. Like Nanako. Nanako robbing Goro of the top slot for a second time. Reach out to the truth. Final battle. Nice. Yeah, I talked about when that poll was going on. Nothing but love for Goro, at least as of Royal. But, he ain't beating Nanako. It just ain't happening. Nevermore. What is that one? I want to say that's like a golden exclusive thing. That might be like Marie's theme or something. Oh no. Oh, I'm dumb. No, that's the ending theme. Yeah, that's just the ending credits song. That's what it is.
ブローニャちゃん、今は全てが正常だって思ってもいいかしら?
Yeah, I am sad to say that there's a reason I didn't recognize the name right off the bat. Nevermore is probably the weakest end credits theme out of all of the newer-ish Persona games. I think 3 and both of 5s are way better. 4s is just kind of okay. Gonna get going, Beth. See you later. You have a good one.
戦いの準備をした方がいい。そういうことね。
はい。でもここまで来たのに、メイ姉さんのビーコンは反応なしのままのようですね。
ええ。だから力を出しすぎというより、むしろあと一歩足りないってところかしら。
じゃあメイ先輩にはやっぱり最高のパートナーが必要だよね。
That one might be golden.
キアナちゃん？
ちょっとしたサプライズかな。私が一緒に行動することで最も安全な撤退ルートが出来上がるんだよ。そうすれば空間の道を
Yeah, it's just the end game overworld theme.
万が一予想外のことがあっても 私があらかじめ空の律者の全力を出せば全て解決できるから。
Like Snowflakes. I've heard it a couple times. I remember. I don't hate any of the new music in Golden for the most part. It's just that I haven't heard it very much.
それはブローニャ次第かな。
さて、じゃれ合いもここまでにしましょう。さっきも言ったように、この悪戦はすでに一触即発の状態よ。
I just realized. I wonder if I'm still in Act 2 technically. Oh boy. Oh boy.
みんな準備しておいてください。世界の目次を編纂するなら、プロメテウスですら対応が難しい存在もこの近くにいるかもしれません。えい。いや、
これって前哨戦って。
First doing my through self first opening. That one's really good.
相手は少し恥ずかしがってるみたいだね。
Good choice.
武装再構築、手動操作開始。安全装置解除します。来ます。
The fuck is
す
that?
ることになるかもしれません。見たことはありますか？なるべく敵を消滅
That
させて
is a
無力化しましょう。
that is an evil bloomin' onion.
やけどに注意。決戦の時は来た。
アナイアレーション施行します。エネルギー解放。予備エネルギー起動。真理の名を持つ過去を超えます。安全装置解除します。弱点確認。デフォルトモジュール起動。審判の時は来た。
ちょっとやりすぎたかな。
いえ。
No, it's just an image enemy. AKA, it's going to be as obnoxious as possible. Get down here so I can whack you!
審判の時は来た。
雷電の子、早く強風よ。私に服従しなさい。
Righteous Vine on steroids. Imagine this Helen Genshin. Good God.
起動状態確認。安全装置解除します。
There! I killed your tentacles. Get your ass back over here.
真理の名を持つ過去を超えます。フロ
ーレちゃん、状況はどうなの？
今までの敵よりも構造が複雑ですから、もう少し時間が必要です。星が砕け散る様を見たことはありますか？
雷電の子。
You gonna stop that anytime soon so I can actually hit you again?
まずい。任せたよ、ブローニャ。
問題ありません。武装再構築、手動操作開始。安全装置解除します。指示を受信しましょう。反応検査、実装します。 プリリチャージワンツーファイヤー。安全装置解除します。座標を確認しました。座標を確認しました。指示を受信し反応検査一掃します。座標を火力連携構築。指示を受信しました。安全装置解除します。座標を確認しました。エネルギーコンプレートリープリペ真理の名を持つ過去を超えます。
I love it when the game robs me of the any ability to switch between party members.
起動状態確認。
Great.
キアナ、メイ姉さん、着地の準備をしてください。ブローニャがとどめを刺します。
そのセリフを待ってたよ。
エネルギー完成。全駅真理の名を持つ
Alright, there we
過去を超えます。
Please, get in there.
指示を受信しコンプレートリープリペア。座標を確認しました。
We done?
これで
Thank God.
終わったのかな。
はい。今までの造物と同じようにしばらく敵の性質を利用できるようになりました。ですがブローニャたちが予想してたよりも厄介なことになっているかもしれません。
どうしたの？
厳密に言うとこいつは量子の鍵に類似した結合のメカニズムを持っています。そのせいで断りの律者はその一つの瞬間しか模倣できません。つまりこれ以上深入りするとメイ姉さんは一方通行の道に入る。
I wonder if this was the end of Act 2. I hope the game gives me some kind of opportunity to stop.
ここに戻るの？
ここには戻れません。バックドアが完全な未知数であることを考慮すると今回
Ninja, do you remember what like which point the end of Act 2
もう
is?
一度行う必要があるかもしれません。
You know when it is?
も
Okay.
しくは最悪の場合
Okay, cool.
デュランダルさんと学園長が世界の奪還の途中でメイネ
Because
さ
again,
んの
with how
行方を
bloated these chapters have been
発
as
見
of
する
late.
のを待つしかないかもしれません。
Not sure if we want to steamroll all
と
of
に
it.
かくブローニャも解析が完了した後にそれを知りました。
We're at least going to take a break if nothing else after Act 2.
絶対に安全な時間ではなくバックドアに出入りする時間のみです。
メイ先輩は
Might get kicked out of into the menu. I hope
私
so.
はこれは私の責任というより使命だと思うの。英傑の刻印を受け継いだ私にとって今回の目的は権能に触れることだけじゃない。それに私はキアナちゃんのことを信じてるしブローニャちゃんのことも信じてる。今まで私たちと共に苦難を経験してきたみんなのこともね。どんな時もどこにいても始めましょうブローニャちゃん。
いつでも始められますがメイ姉さんチャンスは一度だけです。ブローニャが始めた後唯一のハッキングタイミングを見つけてください。でないと全てがやり直しになります。もっと悪いことも起こるかもしれません。
分かったわ。全てが役に立つといいけど。キアナちゃん、ブローニャちゃん、あとは頼んだわね。
うん、任せて。
では。
Oh,
子
come
供
on.
ケースが話してた対応が難しいとはこういう意味だったんですね。
なんとかなりそう。
そうだね。こっちの状況から考えればメイ先輩
I'm sick of fighting the blooming
あまり時間をかけすぎな
onion.
いでね。
最善を尽くすわ。
いってらっしゃい。始めましょう。一瞬の出来事だと思いますがブローニャにはできるはずです。メイ姉さん今です。
ありがとう。エリシア、
コンプレイトリープリペア。
Okay. That's a cliffhanger. Was that the end of Act 1, maybe? It feels like it probably should have been. Not yet? Okay. Oh god, we're in SMT. We're on the set of Harry Potter. That or Harry Potter.
来たわよ。
Excuse me, glowing blue butt plug. Can you tell me where to find platform 9 3/4?
変ね。扉、こんなに離れてたの？違う。私はずっと進んでるはずなのに。どうして？
Bitch, that was like less than 30 seconds. Shut the fuck up. You ain't winded.
違う。私は何かを間違えてしまったようね。そうだ、ビリビ。彼女なら。
She's also floating and not actually running. I find it very hard to believe that floating takes that much energy.
じゃーん。少し君の真似をさせて。はーい。私に会いたくなった。
This clock is allowed to have rights.
ビルビ。ごめんなさい。こういうやり方で君にメッセージを残すことしかできなかったんだ。エリシア、君がこのメッセージを受け取った時、私たちというより、君の知ってるほとんどの人たちはもういなくなっているはずだよ。でも、君ならそんなに悲しまないだろうね。私たちが君のことを思い出す時も、泣くという表現じゃなかったもの。あ、こんな話をしてるけど、眉に帰った存在に人格があるとは限らないよね。でも、そんなの何の妨げにもならないよ。わかってる。
And what are you
自分
doing
が変化させ
exactly?
た世界の姿を見られないことが君の最大の遺憾だって。だからこそ、私は君、そして私たちの後継者のためにこのバックドアを借りてきたんだ。古の楽園にいる君は別の形で願いを叶えた。私はこちら側の君にも寂しい思いをしてほしくないんだ。だからこのバックドアを通して世界に対する後継者の記憶を君と同期するようにしておくよ。これからは群星が輝くでしょう。私が今ここにいるから、これからは百花が咲くでしょう。私が離れていないから、君はちゃんとできたよ。
Okay. Then why are we doing it? I also thought we were worried about finality. I'm not sure what Origin is all about.
私に会いたくなった？いつどんな場所でもこのエリシアはあなたの
Oh, thank God it did kick me out. Yo, that's awesome. An abrupt end. All right, thank God I didn't fuck up that one stage where I almost took too many hits. That would have sucked, having to redo all that. Just for that. All right. Okay. That's Act 2 done. Do we have any idea how long Act 3 is? Spoilers! I guess Raven's going to be in the stations on that the random train station somehow. Don't worry about it. Project Sigma is kind of a pain to deal with from here. Let's go up and punch it in the face instead. Okay, cool. That's what it seemed like. Yeah, let's see. How, live stream chat? Oh, good God. Only one real airshare core and one authority stigma. It's the Kahuna finality. And from the very beginning, every airshare is just a shadow of it. It's like VLV shit. Okay. Why do we care about... Yeah, I was exactly... Why do we care about that? So that means whoever gets a hold of finality's power won't get brainwashed into apocalypse mode. Best proof is Siren, who got closer to it than anyone else. Okay. All right. So, all right. So basically, I mean, that's about what I thought. Because again, this is literally like... That was literally just a very long, complicated version of a bunch of shit that Hare basically already told us. Hare deadass told us on the moon, you have to obtain the power of finality. She just didn't get into the mechanics of it. God damn it, game. Okay. Yeah, so we need somebody to become Air Sheriff Finality to be able to deal with this bullshit. And we can absolutely do that with no worries because they'll have a guaranteed keep your sanity card. Because that's always a toss-up with Airshires. You prefer that to what Hare said, I guess. I don't know. It's fine. Is there's a purpose? I guess. It's not the worst string of technobabble this game's ever had, but it is just it is kind of silly that like, okay, we already do that, but thank you, game. And then I guess I'm supposed to be confused on what's happening with May now. Because they went in there to punch Stigma a little bit. And try to get a roll on this whole finality thing, and instead it's talking about Origin. Which is a thing which is an Alicia thing, but let's see. Honkai. Chapter 34 this is? I think. Act 3. Okay, it's apparently about it looks relatively short. It looks relatively short on the in terms of oh, no. Yeah, in terms of mission count, but it appears, according to the one video I find, it looks like Act 3 is another 3 hours. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna worry about that tonight. All these airshares make a circle. A finality circle. Alright. What do I feel like doing? My voice is once again kind of dying. Clearly, I talked about Persona too much. It's already almost 11. That's right, I started late again. I guess I just won't press my luck and I'll call it early again. And go chill out and watch some Precure. Persona is great. Persona's pretty goddamn poggers. I will almost certainly be replaying a Persona in the relative near future. Because talking about it tonight definitely got me itching. Kind of more than I was already itching to play some again. People said Flame Sign was plot armor, but you were right, yeah. Pretty much. Don't mind me just thinking about scheduling and stuff. All right, yeah, I guess I'll just call it a an early one. Again, I'm still not 100%. I keep thinking I am. There are times like, man, I'm talking a lot and I'm perfectly fine, and now at the end I'm like, oh wait, no. Getting croaky. So, all right. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. Tomorrow is movie night. Feeling okay? I'm feeling fine. I promise I'm feeling okay. It's just that I can tell that my voice is not what it should be. Well, I'm good. I don't need to pass out or anything. I already slept a lot today, I promise. Not feeling up for a live dub? I think we should be alright for the live dub. I probably won't be engaging in conversation as much as I normally do. Outside of doing lines for my characters, but I should be alright. So yeah, we'll do we've got movie night tomorrow. Finally, Will Ferrell. About damn time. I get to finally make y'all watch Stranger Than Fiction. Gonna be very cool. Saturday live dub should be good to go again. And so I guess we'll be back on Sunday with this? Yeah. Yeah, Sunday I'll finish up Act 3 and then depending on how long that takes / how I feel, possibly finish up Post Honkai Odyssey as well. But either way, we're almost done. If you are not a fan of impacts of the Genshin and or Honkai variety, don't worry, we are almost caught up. It's just that this me starting to get caught up, finally getting back into the swing of things happened to fall on movie night, so that's gonna be a little bit of a bump, but it'll be fine. Not worried about it. We can take our time. All right. I'm gonna go inject orange juice directly into my brains and watch them Precure. Brains? Inject orange juice into my brains? Is that where I'm putting it, Nova? Veins. Good God. Persona killed my brain cells, apparently. Thank you all very much for watching. Special thanks to Ninja, Fusion, Go-Kart tier patrons. If you want to help support me becoming high C, check out the links in the description. Love you guys. Nighty night. Don't put orange juice in your brain.